Today we are back in the not-so-wonderful world of Warhammer 40k. And we are going to be continuing... excuse me, cleared my throat. This is the first time I've talked today. Continuing where we left off last time. We are in Chapter 4. I actually Googled yesterday to see how many chapters the game has. There are 5. Apparently 2 is the longest one. But we've got the rest of Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 before we see the finale, whatever it may be. Oh, that's right. I set my character next to this guy to remind me next time to talk to this fella. Is it cereal and soda day? No. I had cereal. I got a glass of water here. Again, I had soda really early the other day because I had a headache and I needed some caffeine, and it helped. But yeah, no, it's not a soda morning. All right, Ulvar.
Broke free the bold from captors grasping. Dark cities, feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty, and the yet fatter cunning.
Continue.
I hope you're not going to put off the feast. Our escape demands a grand celebration.
What are you going to do with your newly acquired freedom?
Find my pack. As we speak, they are likely performing some bloody service for Calcazar. For that reason, I want to have a word with the Inquisitor.
Why do you call me Eight Vater?
This is the name given on Fenris to a pack father, a commander or captain. An Edfater answers to a Jarl, the commander of a great company. Since you are the one who commands your crew, and I follow you at present, I am granting you the honored title of Edfater.
A fine addition to the list. Thank you for the honor.
Be worthy of it, and see that you do not disgrace this glorious rank.
Tell me about your brothers, the Space Wolves.
Not everyone is granted the right to ask such questions. But you... I shall allow it. What do you want to know about the Astartes from the glorious Fenris?
Who are the Space Wolves?
Vilka Fenrika. That is our name in the old tongue of our world. We are the fiercest of the All-Father's warriors. His executioners. His retribution.
Elhar in chat says, I'm looking at the screen at 160p, but I can hear that's a Space Wolf. What, do all the Space Wolves sound like this guy? Continue.
Our fearless Wolf King is Lehman Russ, son of the All-Father. Our world is Fenris, and our home the Fang, which rises from the world's spine into orbit. We are the thunder in the bloody storm of battle that calls to us. That is who we are.
High skills, I see you. Thank you for your answer.
But there is more
What the
to
hell's
our
going on here,
spirit
dude?
than grim destruction alone. In the Hall of Heroes, we hold feasts the likes of which you will see nowhere else. To thundering laughter, we raise our horns, tell our sagas, and honor our glorious fallen. Though the body of an Astartes is built to be immune to the effects of drink, we invented a way around this taboo. The mjod we brew can overcome even our blood. It makes us drunk, and makes our feasts jovial occasions. Mjod. You can brew it nowhere
They just spelled
else
mead
but on good
differently.
old Fenris. No other world is home to such poisonous plants.
Poison. Okay, so they have to use super poisonous plants to get drunk. All right. Fenris, what's it like?
Fenris is home. A harsh land of harsh winters and harsh people. When comes the Hellwinter, a fearsome season of frosts, the merciless world sea freezes, and great white bears, snow wyrms, and ice trolls go on the hunt. Then, the murderous frost retreats, and boats of harpooners sail out to ply their craft, capturing sea snakes and krakens.
Dan Trino, thank you for the prime. Appreciate the support. Welcome back.
And then comes the season of fire. Volcanoes awaken. Waves wash over whole islands, and only the land of Asaheim offers salvation to those whose blood and grit win them the right to live upon it. Clan fights clan. Crows circle over battlefields, and wolf howls rise up to the sky. That is my beloved home. There is no place in the universe like it. Tell me, Edfator, what is the most fearsome foe on Fenris?
Lore succeeded. You mentally go through the list of the deadliest creatures on Fenris, but your thoughts seem to settle on one strange name, Wraith Badger. You have read about this animal, a small and ferocious creature with which very little is known. Oh, the Wrath Badger.
No, you are... What? Why the Wrath Badger?
Little is known about it. That means hunters fear to encounter it, and it is the most dangerous. I think the answer he wanted was the Astartes.
Very good. I hope to tell you about the black curse of the Wolfen, but your answer wasn't bad either. Wrath Badger.
I still want to hear about the curse of the Wolfen.
The curse of the Wolfen is the most fearsome and most terrible foe on Fenris. In the heart of every brother, there lives a dark beast, bloody and forever ravenous. He hungers to kill, not for glory or duty, or his battle brothers, but solely for the sake of killing. For he who falls to that dark beast, there is no joy or thrill in slaughter. There is but dull rancor.
For a Space Marine chapter, you are far from orthodox.
The wolves do not take orders from outsiders. We keep the old ways, not the Codex Astartes.
Heresy!
We fight in packs, and we are trained and healed by our wise rune and wolf priests. We do not find honor in adorning ourselves in laurels, but instead etch the full names of our fallen kin as a promise of vengeance, and draw strength from that promise.
Etch them? Etch them where? Like a tattoo on your body, or like carve it in your armor? Where do you etch it? You spoke of full names that give you strength. What is your name, in that case?
Ulfar Redmane. That is what my brothers call me.
Oh, very creative. Perception failed. The primitive culture of Fenris could well have bestowed such a simple and banal name upon Ulfar. There is nothing to wonder at here. All you feel is pity for the Space Wolf. Okay, so earlier in this conversation, it used Heinrich's Lore Imperium to pull up the Wrath Badger, but this time it failed to use Cassia's perception for this, and it used mine, which was terrible. What else do your wise priests do?
Lacan the Ruined Wolf once shared the mysteries of the healing potions and the secrets of magic sagas. He taught them to see the past and future in thrown runes, to call down storms, and to carve powerful talismans.
These guys are witches. Lore warp failed. You sense not the slightest power emanating from the charms Ulfar is wearing. What do you believe in?
We believe in the great wolves, in the deadly Blackmane and fierce Drakan the Thunderwolf, in redoubtable Hagar the Mountain Wolf, and in the Blooded Hunter. In the wolf that stalks between stars, who follows us wherever we may go. And in the uncanny two-headed Mordkai, guard of the realm of the dead. Only the great wolves show us their favor. The others are more malign, but each teaches us a lesson. For that, we praise and honor them.
This question seems like it'll start a fight, so I'm gonna hit this one. I understand.
Do you? And there I was, about to round off my story with a short 400-verse saga about the gifts of Lacan the Rund Wolf.
In icons I have seen, Astartes look much less wild.
Our gene seed is unique. Layman Ross blessed us with the Canis Helix, a genetic gift that heightens our senses, making them sharper than those of brothers from other chapters. The Canis Helix kindles a bloodthirst in our hearts and changes our appearance to resemble the lethal wolves of Fenris.
So he literally had the DNA for like this mighty 8-foot-tall warrior, and he's like, what if I just put a little wolf in there? Like, really? What if we just make them go crazy after they're old enough? My curiosity has been satisfied.
Should what I told you reach other ears, I shall take your tongue.
Good talk. How did you end up here?
What do you want to know? What brought the space wolves to the Expanse? Or how I ended up in the non-human's Dark City?
Let's do one then the other. Why did you come to the Coronis Expanse?
An Inquisitor by the name of Calcazar
that
put out
guy.
a call for aid. My Wolf Lord did not refuse him, and had 2 packs deployed to the Expanse.
Oh my god, Tupac was there.
We never trusted this ally, but a blood debt for a service rendered in the past forced our hand.
Lore failed. Inquisition wields immense power. The entire chapter might have come to the Cronus Expanse had Calcazar requested it. I do not trust Calcazar. He is suspicious.
We also decided to be cautious. His words flowed like honey, and he seemed an honorable man. But lies always look like truth, don't they? That arrogant chief thought he could give us orders. But we wolves have always followed our own instincts and hunted in our own way. I wager that boiled his blood.
What do you know of Calcazar's plans and objectives?
In warm furs, the old man does shroud his body. In cloaks of secrets woven, shrouds the sly man his plans. To know his dire purpose, swallow not the words of poison, but his gristle.
How did you end up as a captive?
We had gone on a raid for Xenos prisoners and fell into a trap. We had no war machines to support us, and some of our squad were wounded, so we were forced to retreat. I ordered my battle brothers to leave, but I remained behind to meet our guests. I do not know how many of the feeble wretches I slew, but I would have killed even more had their towering piles of bodies not hindered me in combat.
Oh my god. You got tangled in the corpses. You know what they should do, chat? They should make a new Astartes chapter, and instead of the canine helix, put the Wrath Badger helix in there. That would be the most powerful chapter.
They wounded me and captured me. They froze the joints in my armor. When they dragged me to their ship, 2 of my battle brothers descended up the Xenos and tried to free me. An insane plan, but it almost succeeded. Almost. And so there were 3 of us taken captive. And then there were 2. And then I was alone once again.
So the other 2 got taken away somewhere or killed. Say nothing. The wolf maintains his silence. I see.
This was a bleak saga, Edvator.
Okay.
Fenris Hjolda, Edvator.
And a Baba Booey to you too. Okay. Alright. I've had enough talk. Let's find something else to do. Okay. Quest log. Wait for Calcazar summons. I need to find Caligo's Winterscale. Alright, let's read this again. He's turned one of his own planets into hunting grounds, where the game is the Eldari who have launched an attack on the world. House von Valancius could offer a helping hand to one of the sides of this conflict or eliminate both. Rumor has it Caligos does not have the slightest concern about the events. Let's see. Go to the world of Qua Tamar, and instead prefers to spend his time hunting. Qua Tamar. Also, why is something glowing here? Contracts. Profit factor costs 0. Get adamantine. Okay. Oh gosh, I clicked too quick. Provisions. Plasteel for people. Wait, did I actually lose? Wait, I'm so confused. Weapons 5, provision 7. Because it said profit factor cost 0, but then it said 3 a second later. And I thought it was saying it was going to cost me nothing, but I had to have 3 in order to do that deal. And then I did that deal, and then my profit factor went down. So I was confused. And there is a box here, but I can't scroll down in it. So I can't see everything that's written in that. Okay, let's see. So I need to go to Qua Tamar. You do know there are space sharks and black dragons. Yeah, but wrath badgers. Do you know about the wrath badgers? So Qua Tamar is the name of the world. I don't know the name of the system. Does it say the names of the worlds when I do this? Oh my god. That's not good. It doesn't say the name of the worlds on that screen.
Hey, look, it's the Tree of Birds.
Wait,
How
nameless
are you
star.
today?
Is this it? Ah, Qua Tamar. That's it right there. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, so I need to go there. We have an objective. Heresy. Hi, Bertree! The Medicaid teams from lower decks report the appearance of dense purple fog that causes people to develop mutant deformities. Short tentacles the length of a pinky finger. Since the deformities do not interfere with the crew's performance, the Medicaids are not certain whether this phenomenon should be a cause of concern, but the riffraff are already whispering heresy. Examine corrupted crew members. The corrupted were granted the Emperor's mercy. I said examine! Not friggin' shoot 'em. They were granted the Emperor's mercy. Their bodies designed to consigned to purifying flame. At least their souls were safe from Imperium's treachery. Damn it, the boat took 42 damage. That's so much damage. Oh my god, that's like a third of our ship. We've done this one before. Purify the decks with fire.
Come on and
That's
slam
fine.
and welcome to Japan, kids. It's time for tentacles.
You know, that's never been more apt, spells. We will deal with this. Alright, so we got demons on board. We were just dealing with tentacles. God, freaking 42 damage. That's gonna take so much.
I'm so
It's going to cost so much scrap to repair.
Just a minor test.
Rise up to that storm!
Alright. First turn, Heinrich, you've cast another turn. Cast, buff yourself. And then blast this guy. Alright. End turn. Muck's first turn, give cast another turn. Cast, can we hit both of these? No. Alright, single target this guy. And you got an extra action point. Put a buff on him. And try to make these guys angry.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Don't know that that really helps. Okay. In turn. Alright, now it's Cass's turn. Haha. Let's see. Let's go here, and then... Pop that. Then that thing multiplies. And... Let's give... Where's Heinrich?
I'm
Heinrich
not
another
accustomed
turn.
to being ordered around.
Word of the Emperor. Oh my god. Bad psychic stuff. It knocked everyone down. Not what we wanted.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
First rule of Space Wolf Fight Club, don't talk about Wrath Badgers. Oh my gosh.
What is the real?
Give cast another turn.
Me? If you try to die with grace, at least.
Put a buff on
I
Muck.
am a navigator, not a servitor.
And turn. Alright, Muck's turn. Let's see.
Step by step, I
Here.
lead. Let's
Put regen on him. Put buff on her, that's fine. Alright. Lord of the Emperor. Give cast another turn.
Me? Another foe painted black.
And put this buff on Pascal. Her turn. Shield of the Emperor. And then give Cass a million more turns.
As duty demands.
He's gone.
I'm not accustomed. Try to die with grace.
He's
at
gone.
least. If I may, as duty
He's
demands.
gone.
Try to die
He's
with
gone.
grace, at least. I'm afraid not. Emperor, give me strength. Another foe.
He's gone.
painted black. Try to
He's
die
gone.
with grace, at least.
He's gone. Alright. And Cass wins the day before the Astartes gets a single turn.
There will be no peace.
She killed every opponent on the battlefield before the Astartes got to move. How goes the goth girlfriend with the translucent arms? As you saw, it is going great. Alright, warp travel. Demonic eyes had materialized and begun to slither across the walls of crew quarters 49. The burning orbs swelled like bubbles of fetid swamp gas, only in secluded places at first, later appearing in plain sight. Everyone subject to their glare started experiencing headaches and spells of self-flagellation. Oh god, I only know what that word is because of Darkest Dungeon. So flagellation is like when you like whip yourself. It's like hurting yourself for religion or something. After one of the officers peeled off a portion of his own skin to make a makeshift eyelid for one of the fiendish orbs, the section was quarantined. since neither fire nor other munitions could prevent more eyes from sprouting on the ship. The vessel was cleansed only by escaping from the clutches of the embrace of the Sea of Souls. By the God Emperor's grace, no perils of the war prevented the vessel from returning to real space. The Emperor's falls, chaos is the only way. Heresy! Alright, last jump. For now. Alright, visit system. Now we gotta repair the mucking ship. Because it got messed up earlier. Permission to speak, Lord Captain. The Augur crew has registered activity in the orbit of Qua Tamar, one of the worlds of the Winterscale dynasty. According to the report, the Emperor's Vow, flagship of rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, is positioned over the southern hemisphere. What information does our librarian have on Winterscale flagship? For a while, the Vox broadcast only the clicking of Vigdis's metallic manipulators. The Emperor's Vow is a cruiser carrying up to 120,000 crew. Length overall, 6,000 meters. Beam, 1,000 kilometers. Estimated time of service in the Winterscale Dynasty fleet, several millennia. It is known for a fact that the ship has undergone many modifications, including the replacement of macro weapons for long-range laser batteries and short-range macro batteries. And I'm afraid this is all we know, Lord Captain. I have only been lucky enough to see an Avenger twice in my life. The Imperium Navy considers this ship to be something of a relic, a mighty yet clumsy vestige of the past. Its firepower is only second to Imperium battleships, but I have heard quite a few stories about the fickleness of Avengers and the confusing design of their engines. The Librarium of House Orselio also held records on the Emperor's Vow. Its most famous owner, to be precise, Sebastian Winterscale, fledgling rogue trader of great promise. It is not known how Sebastian acquired this ship, but Lord Captain Winterscale used it to traverse the Maw and find a new home in the Coronis Expanse. I have no intention of speaking with him now. Lord Captain, I beg your forgiveness, but it appears the Emperor's Vow has already detected our presence in the system and is requesting permission to initiate data Vox transfer. What would you have me do? I just want to repair the ship. Hail them. It will be done. By the grace of the machine spirits, the air gradually fills with discordant noises until the Vox Master flips the last tumbler on the Cogitator's panel. The Emperor's Vow sends its greetings to the glorious ruler of the Von Valancius dynasty. This is Brett Abdef. Dude, your parents just like rolled across a keyboard when they signed your birth certificate. His Lordship Caligos Winterscale's Vox Master, who has the honor of speaking on behalf of his Lord today. Awareness success. The booming voice fills the air, startling a few officers on the bridge. However, you feel that Erbrecht's ostentatiously confident tone is meant to hide his concern. I wish to speak directly to Caligos. I do not wish to offend your lordship, but I am the most senior officer aboard the Emperor's Vow at the moment. As for the Lord Captain, he clears his throat looking for the right words. You see, the Lord Captain has yet another heated argument with the esteemed Incendia Corda, and he had a very good reason for his displeasure. I dare not discuss his lordship's affairs, but I can divulge that we set out to protect the dynasty's rightful demesne from the invasion of the profane Xenos. That is how we arrived here at Qua Tamar. There's no better hunting ground when you need to cool off your head, I believe the Lord Captain said. We easily crushed the pathetic mockery of a fleet that was laying siege to this unfortunate world. Of course, most of the Xenos fled, but we did reduce a few of their ships to chum for void beasts. And he laughs ruefully. Why are you telling me this? You see, your lordship, one of the Eldari ships crashed on Qua Tamar, so the Lord Captain chose to descend and finish off the elusive prey. But he has not been able to find his way out of the local woods for over 30 days, and this concerns me greatly. Oh my god, this guy owns multiple planets and he's lost in the woods? Gegzil, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome. Appreciate your continued support. Anticipating your next question, your lordship, no, I am confident the Lord Captain is still alive. His body and spirit do not break easily, and besides, he is accompanied by Warten the Grey, who would sell his soul if that helped to keep the Lord Captain out of harm's way. I would say, how could you not find your master over 30 days, but my crew lost me for 30 days recently. Was there anyone else with Caligos aside from Warten? A full hunting party consisting of half 100 handpicked enforcers and his lordship's personal retinue, naturally. So what do you want from me? A generous favor in return for a generous favor. Find Lord Captain's Winterscale on Qua Tamar and bring him back to the Emperor's Vow. I swear by the Golden Throne I will convince him to side with you in any conflict that occurs in the next 100 years. After all, I am allowed to make deals on the Lord Captain's behalf while he remains unavailable. Very well, I need more allies like Winterscale. Your Lordship, I bow before your courage on behalf of the Winterscale dynasty. The data transfer decree has been signed. My crew will send you the landing coordinates. The God Emperor's grace shine upon you for many years to come. The Vox Master's thundering voice falls silent, and the machine spirits terminate the connection between the flagships of two great dynasties. Okay. Ow. Alright. Let's save the game. I just repaired the ship. Please, Monk, you were taken to the comrade typical could never escape. Yeah. I'm just saying, it's true they lost me for 30 days. And that wasn't even the first time I got kidnapped. There was another time when I got, what was it? I got swapped with someone on like deck 4000 or something. And I had to work like the layman's job because one of the officers was beating me up. And then they found me like 3 weeks later or something. Forest of Qua Tamar. There's been multiple times that the warp has like put me in weird spots and then my crew lost me for a while. I got a message from Noxxi. What is this? Finish some more shorts. Ew. Y'all seen my YouTube shorts recently? Noxxi's been cranking those out. What is this? Winterscale shuttle is awaited in its owner's return in vain.
They will see.
Oh, yes.
They
Rusted containers for
will
transporting
see.
supplies. Markings indicate they're several centuries old. Attention, Vox broadcast impossible. Error, blah, 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 botanical threat level alpha 2. Mold, birds, and rodents have ruined these fruits of the local vegetation. To the forest, to the forest. Left or right? Is this gonna be like a maze? Alright, let's go left. The shuttle disappears in the wild vegetation of the island. Several hours pass before the rogue trader finally admits that he has been aimlessly wandering around in circles. Any attempts to get back on track by retracing his steps have failed. Great, we're lost. Vox communication cannot reach the ship. Now it becomes clear how Caligos got lost in his own world. The lush overgrowth has sprung up in seconds, blocking the way back. The trail is gone.
Let us see what I found.
Trap. Xenos. Oh no, we have bad rolls at this. Don't get me.
One step at a time.
Why is there a Xenos trap here?
Amidst the madness.
To the forest.
Stop. There.
Bolter.
My warp sight reveals something.
Pain and beauty go hand in hand.
You bite like a pop!
Color.
I hate the injury
uncolored.
system in this game so much.
Look no
Alright,
further.
so now I have to use a whole pile of medkits to get rid of this stuff because I can't get back to the ship right now.
Ah, field medicine at its
House
finest.
Orcelio thanks you.
Let me help.
And for some reason, he's already got a permanent injury. I don't know why.
What lies beyond?
Halfway through the day, the rogue trader discovers a new wonder of Qua Tamar's forest, a spacious stretch of land overgrown with reddish-brown grass covered in sickening yellow blisters. No other plant can be seen among the red blades of grass. The answer to this mystery may have something to do with the pale spider-like insects crawling on the underside of the blades. Eldari. Oh, and Daniel, Kalanane, and your Trisha, the monkey will pay for your suffering. Hello, monkey here. Suffering, their spirit stones are shattered, Sirtan, and she who thirsts has long finished her feast. We will destroy them. Every monkey who... Did you hear that? Hello, monkey here. The Soul Destroyers are back. Kane, fill our hearts with fury.
Haha, let's see how to dismember you properly.
You dare oppose us?
Start the battle. Oh, I can't move my characters at all.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Okay.
Isn't this a job for the
Full
serfs?
attempt.
Me?
Hit each other.
Insist
Lol.
not.
Return this favor tenfold.
Give Cass another turn.
If I may, as duty demands.
Kill that guy. Hey, you guys, hit
Isn't
each
this
other.
a job for the serfs?
Lol, 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 lol.
Pitiful attempt.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered round.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed.
Taunt. Oh my god. Pascal's at 1-8. Pascal's dead.
We're at a tactical disadvantage.
Heinrich's dead.
Feel the icy bite of death! It will carve runes out of your bones!
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Alright, so the Rangers are picking
I
us
have read
off.
tomes of military tactics. Another foe painted.
Alright, that's
black.
one down.
Join the ancestors.
If I may,
A genius.
Pass
at
another
work.
turn. Can she reach the other Ranger?
me. If you insist, Lord Captain. I would
Alright.
at least.
She's picked off the 2 snipers.
No! These ruby flashes are choking me!
4 people standing. None of them need healing at the moment. Cast haste on
Schemes
her.
within schemes.
Oh, he's out of AP. That's all he can do.
Isha, heal my wounds.
There's more Rangers.
Strike me again. See what happens.
Your path ends
Oh
here.
my god. Pain.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Another foe painted black.
Joined the ancestors.
Give Muck a turn.
What
That's
if...
a regen on self. You guys hit each other.
If you insist,
I'll
Lord
return
Captain.
this favor tenfold.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Muck, let's see. Buff her, and then use
wicked
Finest
thought.
Hour on her, giving her many turns.
If I may, as duty demands.
Sniper down.
I am a navigator, not
Sniper
a servitor.
injured.
Another foe
Sniper down.
painted
For
black.
me. Isha.
Me.
Buff
Try
self.
to die with
Sniper
grace
down.
at least. Another foe
Melee
painted
down.
black. Isn't this a job for the sky to die with
Melee
grace at
down.
least?
Melee down. Alright.
Your seneschal.
Now we
is
start
always
slamming
there
medkits
for you.
into
This wound
people.
will make a fine scar.
Oh, take my transient gratitude.
Let's patch you up.
A wound. I didn't notice.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Eldari Ranger. Alright. Quick save. Alright, where did I
There will
enter
be
from?
no peace in my
I entered from
wake.
here. Let's go this way. The forest is alive with the constant rustling of thick leaves and creaking wood. It is as if the trees themselves are walking around like lumbering, looming people. But surely it is just a trick of the eye. Plants cannot walk, can they? Don't call me surely.
In this tapestry of a world,
One day I
am
shall
the
remind
rogue
Drivestem he was ready to
thread.
bury my family based on some trumped up charges. One day. Not now.
Let us see what I found. I'm still new to the art of exploring.
I'm gonna just try to avoid this. We don't have anyone in the party with high lore Xenos. So Xenos traps, there's a high chance they just blow up in our face. Human-made traps use demolition skill to disarm them. Those I can disarm just fine. Like, with a pretty high success rate. I wonder, does dodge help with trap? I wonder if I had Cass with her 100% chance to dodge, if her disarmed him, knowing she'd fail, if she could then dodge the explosion.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
Dweller of the Forest. That would be an
One
interesting
step
thing
at
to
a
try next time.
Amidst the madness.
A group of lean young people surrounds you, shooting anxious glances between you and the gray-haired elder who has stepped forward. Unlike the rest, her skin is completely free of decoration, save for the two-headed eagle branded on her wrinkled forehead. She speaks with gods, foresaw our meeting, Starborn. The woman's accent grates on her ears. The words sound like a fusion of High Gothic and the most vulgar tongue of the rabble. Welcome to the heart of the forest, where Leads Ahead and her tribe have dwelt ever since the rule of Qua Tamar himself. The ruler has ordered her tribe to prepare a feast and warm shelter for our starborn guests. Please make yourselves at home. The elder shifts her gaze to Ulfar. Great spirit of the eagle god, we are glad to see you. This ruler will have the joints of your iron skin anointed with the oil of dire oak acorns so that they never corrode. And she will have sacred symbols drawn on your precious skin so that the spirits of this place may have no fear of you. Ulfar grunts in approval. Hospitality is the banner of a worthy tribe. Respect for the spirits is the banner of a wise one. A fine planet. She's like, I'm gonna give you tattoos. He's like, let's do it. Who are you? We are the children of the fiery mother and the pale father who look after us by day and guard us by night. The faithful servants of the two-headed eagle god who... I wonder if she means the Aquila when she says that. Who shields our lands from misfortune with his wings. We are the undergone forest-dwelling children of the earth and the guardians of the temple of Qua Tamar, the first starborn to have ever set foot on the virgin soil of this island. I thought that Qua Tamar was the name of this place, but you speak of it as if it were a figure from the past. The legends of this place claim that a long time ago, the first among the Starborn descended upon this world together with the ruler's ancestors, created the ancient cities and temples, and brought the blessing of the Eagle God into the forests and lands. The fast-flowing time has erased the Starborn's name from the minds of the people. Only his title remains, Qua Tamar, First of the Chosen, Sky Herald of the Eagle God, and Father of Tribes. The flow of time is truly merciless to the meager memory of peasants. Cassia lets out a weary sigh and slightly rolls her eyes. According to the works of the archivist Zachary Fine III, Sebastian Winterscale was the first to discover this world for the Imperium's subjects, and half a century later, an ark descended to the planet's surface, the Qua Tamar. Over hundreds of years, the limited minds of the rabble have invented their own twisted history, one that the colonists' descendants still believe to this day. Eagle God, you say? Is that his brand on your forehead? The Elder God... Oh yes, the Elder nods respectfully. Many seasons have changed since the ruler received the Eagle God's blessing and became the leader of this tribe. Only those close to the gods are allowed to bear their brands, and this ruler is one of them. Was my coming here foretold? Oh yes, Speaks with Gods is the priest of this tribe and this ruler's half-brother. He listens to the forest and calls to the earth, wards off the punishing lashes of the skies, and speaks to the eagle god on behalf of our tribe. Before disappearing in the wandering forest, he told his ruler to prepare for your arrival. How do you even survive in these forests? Speaks with Gods hears the whispers of the leaves and can commune with the tree spirits. The entire tribe participates in his soothing rituals, and that allows this ruler and her people to tread on safe paths. In a stern, brusque manner, Ulfar asks with interest, offers of gain, protective amulets on the trails? After receiving an affirmative answer, he gives a firm and satisfied nod. And how exactly do we conduct the soothing ritual? The ritual requires a site imbued with the powers of Qua Tamar, the heart of our village, and a priest to perform it. Alas, the fire rain claimed many of this ruler's priests, and thus the ruler's tribe can only pray for mercy of the eagle god and his starborn sky heralds. Nevertheless, this ruler knows that you will bring Speaks with Gods home and soothe the forest of Qua Tamar. The prophecies of the priests have never betrayed our tribe before, and thus this ruler asks you to forget about your worries and rest here in the heart of the forest. What else did Speaks with Gods predict? The Elder's gaze darkens. Qua Tamar is enraged by an invasion of the spirits from the darkness that have called a rain of fire and metal upon this world. He demands blood. And blood shall sate the soil, no matter the path chosen by the gods who have come to right the wrong. You think that several gods have set foot on Qua Tamar? The ruler has already had the honor to greet a starborn, as strong as a saber-toothed boar, as nimble as a forest jaguar, and as wise as the three-tongued guardian snake. Like a whirlwind, he charged into Qua Tamar's forest, chasing the spirits from the darkness that had descended upon the world 3 10-day moons before. Alright, so that was Winterscale. The Starborn had lost his priest in battle, so he ordered the ruler's brother to help him trace the spirit's footsteps and cleanse Qua Tamar of their filth. But when Speaks with Gods left his home, something enraged the forest. Thus, both the Starborn and this ruler's brother were trapped by the ever-changing paths and lurking evil spirits. The collected data partially matches and completes the data received from the Emperor's vow. Caligo's Winterscale descended upon this world, lost a Psyker in battles with Xenos, and found a replacement in the village at the current coordinates. Let's see. This is just 2 RimWorld colonies coming into contact with one another. This ruler gets along with Quaggans. Salutations, Bucket Chad. Hello, Vincenzo. Do you know where your brother and the other Starborn are now? The woman shakes her head. The Eagle God Sky Herald wanted to find the den of the spirits from the darkness and destroy it. But the forest of Qua Tamar is as endless as the skies above. Where the sky touches the forest edge, the Deadlands begin, the realm of the dead whence there is no return. Let me see if resting gets rid of injuries. I wish to rest. It is an honor for this ruler's tribe to serve you, O Starborn. Follow the path of lights, and you will find your shelter, food, and water. When you decide it is time to follow the priest and your Starborn kin, this tribe will pray to the Eagle God himself for your success.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
Just sending cargo up to my ship that I can't currently see. The Children of Qua Tamar Chronicles. An analysis of the canvases made from wood-bast fiber showed that the chronicle had been recorded for at least 500 years. The older chronicles tell of a bleak historical period of the tribe's decline due to an unknown virus. The symbols on the canvas resemble High Gothic letters, but the inhabitants do not know the origin of their meaning, claiming that the sacred knowledge was bestowed upon them by Qua Tamar himself. This character, revered as a god, obviously originates from the Imperium that we know, his exact name either lost or adapted in accordance with local phonetics. The only other sacred symbol the tribe reveres is the Aquila, the 2-headed eagle god. A group of the most interesting canvases depicting tragic yet heroic deeds.
They'll all see, demented optometrist.
Took me a second. Okay, a group of the most interesting canvases depicting tragic yet heroic deeds was confiscated and taken on board for further investigation. Many of the words made up from the scrambled Gothic symbols were easy to decipher, such as banished, sacrificed, valley, or land and lands, as well as death, incomprehensible, and merciful. This part most likely talks about some sort of sacrificial pilgrimage. A priest has confirmed my theory. Any tribesmen who have committed an offense can atone by sacrificium, a journey to the Deathlands full of unknown deaths. The adepts that I have sent to investigate the Deathlands have not returned yet. There's a cogitator here. Thank you, Famous Longwing. Welcome back. Excuse me. Wires braided with vines run throughout the inside of the... Oh my gosh. Run throughout the inside of the cogitator. Its wooden components somehow supported its rusted gears and prevented the mechanism from shutting down completely. Wooden components.
There will be
You guys remember that
no
Family Guy
peace
where
in
Bender
my
was replaced
way.
as parts with wood? He's like, yeah, I'm one with nature. She said follow the trail of lights.
In this tapestry of a world,
I said I wanted to rest. She said follow the trail of lights.
I am the rogue thread.
I didn't see anything. I am the rogue thread. Oh. Oh. In the shade of the in the shade of the tallest trees in the area of the forest, the rogue trader spots mushrooms that come as high as his waist. Strands of sponge-like tissue hang from under the pale lilac caps, almost reaching the ground. As soon as the rogue trader approaches one of the mushrooms, the strands draw in, the cap rolls up, and the mushroom spews out a cloud of reddish spores. Perhaps it would be wiser to give this place a wide berth. Chat, I fear the game might have locked up. I'm gonna give it a minute. Yeah. I think I need to nuke the game and bring it back. Just a sec. That was a new one. Haven't had that before. Alright, trying to relaunch the game. Time to shut it down and shut it back up again? That's right. Someone remembers their tech support training. Should have auto-saved when we went through the loading screen, so this should just go back to like seconds ago. Alright, yep, this is right before we went through that last loading screen, so going back through again. The skies break open, the heavy rain permeating even the dense canopy of the forest. Luckily, the elements relent before long. As the sun emerges once more, the forest comes alive with singing of birds accompanied by the quiet sounds of falling droplets. The vicinity of the carefully erected place of worship is quiet and peaceful. I am recording the presence of dormant mechanisms. Anomaly. Unknown rites have put the machine spirits to sleep in contravention of established protocols. Did you just get injured again? Or did you already have that injury? I don't even remember. Decaying Drakari remains rest amid the forest of Qua Tamar along with this world's sorrowful priest.
They will see.
Reveal something.
Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
What? Did that do something for me? Just open like a little sign passage. To the forest. We need to get back on the ship and just burn this whole place down. Just open fire on it like the Heart of Thorns opening cinematic. Just make it rain. The rogue trader has never seen an anthill of such size before, but the most disturbing thing about it is a Xenos skeleton tied to the anthill with bonds made from some unknown material. The Jakari weapon stuck in the corpse is the only detail that can point to the perpetrator. Being eaten by ants is a horrific torture that makes the blade in the back seem like an act of mercy, a most uncharacteristic gesture for this race. Okay. Harlequins are frightening creatures. I cannot discern their true hues in the motley jumble of their colors, and it is as if their whole existence is one drawn-out joke.
What lies beyond?
The bodies of the Eldari were hacked to pieces with extreme brutality. Their wounds indicate it was done by a power weapon of some kind. The soil under the bodies has turned into a rusty brown from the gore. Lush overgrowth has sprung up in seconds, blocking the way back. The trail is gone. Right, because ants happen to be randomly in some random planet in space. Wait, they're Xenos ants? Makes me think of the Chimera ants from Hunter x Hunter. Those who haven't seen it, there's this anime called Hunter x Hunter, and there was this guy that found these ants, and they're called Chimera ants, and when they would eat something, that something would be incorporated into, like, the next generation. So, like, if they ate, like, a dead fish that washed up on shore, then the next generation of ants would be able to, like, you know, breathe underwater. They could go underwater and stuff like that. And it was fine, and it was just interesting, and then, like, some guy had a heart attack or something and died near a Chimera anthill, and they ate it, and they became more human-like. And then it became, like, a whole problem. And then there was, like, this whole anime was not about ants, but then there was this whole arc that was just about, like, people fighting these ants. The skies break open, the heavy rain permeating even the dense canopy of the forest. Luckily, the elements relent before long. As the sun emerges once more, the forest comes alive with the singing of birds, accompanied by the quiet sound of falling droplets. We're back by the turret.
There will be no peace in my wake.
The rich flora of the forest at times staggers the imagination. Among the trees covered in ivy and moss, the rogue trader notices a spiraling pattern of small white lumps on one of the tree trunks. Someone has cut the bark, causing the milky sap to flow down the damaged parts of the tree, harden from the heat, and turn into an uneven rubbery cocoon. Okay. Judging by the traces of blood, Xenos attacked the camp from high ground, reluctant to get close. The markings on this container date back 500 Terran years. Inside them are decayed remains. What did the rest say? And unusable equipment. A putrid stench of decaying flesh comes from the enforcer bodies that haven't been torn apart by local wildlife.
My nerves are frayed.
Irrefutable certainty.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
Just getting all the goods. Awareness.
I've read about this.
That's Caligos Winterscale's Seneschal, Adric von Tornstein. By the God Emperor, he was sliced in two in a single blow. Caligos Winterscale set up a camp on the remains of an ancient military encampment. Oh no, Ulfar's too big. He's stuck.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
It's like, help me, step trader, I'm stuck. Good morning, Mug. Good morning, afternoon, chat. Hey, Fox!
They will see.
Medicaid 50%.
Compared to naval service.
The fruit gatherers' bodies have been
We'll
salvaged and
see.
gnawed at by local wildlife. They likely couldn't leave the area because of the moving forest. Eldar. Oh, there's Caligos right there. What's up?
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
That was weird positioning that we all took. Ward in the Grey, don't sheath your axe yet, my lord. More game rears their heads, eager to lose them. The mountain of muscle next to the laughing rogue trader menacingly rolls its shoulders. Yeah, mountain of muscle? Yo, have you met this guy? Have you met Ulfar? You recognize the hulking man as Wharton the Grey, arch-militant to Caligos Winterscale, who accompanied his master to your Magnae Accessio. Caligos briskly turns on his heel. The blade of his power axe shines threateningly in the sun, covered in fresh blood. Upon seeing you, he breaks into a bloodthirsty grin. You repeat yourself, Xenos scum. Do you really believe I will fall for your trick twice? Speaks with gods. O Starborn, graciously allow this priest to speak. The one before you is not... Silence! Caligos barks at the old man, his eyes blinded by blood and rage. I do not feed you to the forest beast for one reason and one reason alone, that you may still be of use. If you do not want to die with these Xenos, shut your mouth. Lord Caligos must have lost his mind. Why else would he mistake the Lord Captain for an enemy of humanity? Abelard lays a hand on his weapon apprehensively. In the name of the god Emperor, Caligos Winterscale, do not make me kill you. Caligos shudders from your words as if from the taste of sour wine. I suppose no Xenos would be desperate enough to feign devotion to the Imperial Creed. Winterscale looks up at you and down again, and recognition dawns on his face. Is that you, new blood? Fancy meeting you here. What in the void are you doing on my world, and in such company? Your servants tearfully begged me to return you to your void ship. I magnanimously agreed. Winterscale contemptuously spits blood through his cut lip. Useless, void-born freaks. When I return, I'll tear their legs off for doubting my strength, and their heads for not being able to settle their problems themselves. Who said I want to return to the ship? I haven't met yet a worthy adversary, one who would grab me by the throat in a death grip. The hunt is not over yet, Muck Von Luck. A wildfire ignites in Caligos' eyes. You know, your lordship Von Valancius. Why don't you join in the revelry? The forests here are teeming with Xenos bastards. I'm not greedy. There's enough trophies for us both. Medicae, assess him. Failed. On your first meeting at Dargonis, he appeared before you in a much more favorable light. Brilliant, collected, steadfast. Now his hair is tangled, blood and dirt cover his face and hands, and his armor has been tarnished by the humidity of Qua Tamar's forest. Instead of a dazzling smile, his face is darkened by a sinister grimace. Inspect his retinue. Speaks with gods. The thin old man looks on with trusting violet eyes, and you notice silvery sparks glimmering within. His thin body shivers from the slightest gust of wind, yet you can sense the power contained in his elderly frame. He nods with a meek smile. Magos Jelenia Zeta. A panicked Beneric Trill escapes from under the tech priest's hood when one of her mechadendrites goes limp, sparking in multiple places at once. The servant of the Omniziah gently picks it up when wearily wields her combi tool until the manipulator starts moving again. So, dude, look at that weapon, you guys. Do you see that? Like, that's a tech priest, and one of its mechanical arms is just holding this massive gun the size of, like, a human. What is that? Trevor, the tall navigator in ragged clothes of silk and silver, proudly wears the coat of arms of House Cassini. Half of his face is ruined by a fresh scar left by acid. Muck von Valancius. The navigator nods politely, though he tries to hide it, his voice is filled with pain and suffering. That's a heavy melta. Mercenary Slith. Hiss. The Slith mercenary looks around viciously, frantically clutching their weapon. Their body is peppered with wounds, both old and new, some rotting and some almost healed. Their yellow pupils narrow when you lock eyes, but the Xenos quickly loses interest. Wharton the Grey. Wharton the Grey has not changed much since your last meeting, still the same brute of a man with bloodshot eyes and a dull expression on his face. However, unlike Caligos' other servants, the arch-militant does not look exhausted, and neither does Caligos. Both are filled with rage and thirst for battle, as if the hunt has only begun. You have already destroyed 4 Xenos ships. If that is not a great victory in itself, cease this hunt. I shall make sure the Xenos leave your worlds forever. Retreat when the enemy's bones already crunch underfoot. Wharton sneers. Alien blood must flood the lands of Qua Tamar. Only then will the Xenos have paid for their insolence. Persuasion succeeded. Quiet, Wharton. This hunt truly has dragged on for quite some time. The ever-twisting paths, the paltry game, the dullness of it all is suffocating. The rage on Caligos' face changes to dejection. It didn't say that was a persuasion check, but apparently it was one, and I succeeded. I may accept your proposal, Muck Von Luck, but only when I am certain of the destruction of the remaining enemies. Of course, that's assuming we find them in this accursed forest. I would like to ask you a few questions about your presence on Qua Tamar. Really, and I would like the tenderest sea serpent steak and a bottle of Calaxian Amasec. What misery! For 10 moons already I have been forced to subsist on grass roots and insect larvae. He growls restlessly. Save your questions for later, Muck. I'm not talkative when hungry. Let's find a way to the old man's village and I'll give you your audience. The old man guiltily lowers his head. The forest biome of this priest and his people have always been full of wisdom and life. But the fire rain called by the outsiders from the darkness one great moon and one small moon ago angered the forest spirits. This priest must find his way home to the heart of Qua Tamar and perform the soothing ritual alongside his tribe. Well, until he does, the spirits will suffer and twist the trails. Until he does, the Starborn will not be able to return to the stars. Then the first order of business is returning the priest to the heart of the forest and calming its rage. Well, what are you waiting for, new blood? I wandered these forests for 30 nights and did not find the way out of the old Twigs village. Let's see if you bring us better luck. Move out. Alright. Hold on, there's goods over here.
What lies beyond?
A sweet smell of decomposition comes from the woven baskets. For whatever reason, the fruit was left to rot under the scorching sun. Fruit and sweet tree sap used to be harvested in this clearing, but now the overripe fruit is weighing down the branches. Okay.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Looks like I can only go one way. Quite a few hours pass before something worth noticing finally shows up amid the dense forest. A pile of charred human bones lying in a shallow pit, and in front of it, like a standing stone, a broken fire cultivator with melted nozzles is stuck in the ground. Other corpses can be seen in the grass nearby, just as old and charred, but distinctively non-human. Scattered alongside those are Xenos weapons covered in dirt. Some of the weaponry appears to be in working order, so it is still passable to get some use out of it. Okay.
One step at a time.
We came through here earlier.
Amidst the madness.
This forest reminds me of a level in one of the King's Quest games. And it was just like, there'd be an area that's just forest. And you would just like, or not forest, I'm sorry, desert. And you would run, like, let's say, left until you hit a loading screen, and then desert. And it looked the same. And you'd run left till you hit loading screen and desert. And after you did, like, 15 loading screens, you died of, like, dehydration. And you had to find it. And, you know, the answer was, like, you know, go north 3 times, go west 7 times, then go south twice, or something like that. But it was such a pain. It was such a pain. The irresistibly sweet aroma of fruit teases the road trader's olfactory senses, especially after so many hours spent in the stuffy humidity of the forest. After locating the source of the aroma, he decides against tasting the appetizing fruits. Several mummified corpses lie under the fruit trees, their withered faces a testament to their agony, their bodies covered in dark wounds resembling the bites of giant leeches.
Stop! There!
Alright, I want to test that thing I
My warp
mentioned.
sight reveals something. Does something trouble you, Lord Captain?
I'm going to hit F5 here. What if she just runs through it? She can't dodge it. Ah, dang. Alright, I wanted to see if she could use her 100% dodge
I can see
to get through the
bright
Xenos
colours
trap.
again.
Doesn't work. Time-worn Imperial breastplates and chainswords are gleaming amidst mummified remains.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Skitna, a failure.
The tattooed mummy lies in a ceremonial pose, dressed in a bizarre fur attire and with an aquila burned on its forehead. What's this? Stupor. Interesting gun. Medicae.
A soldier would have
An
been
unknown
disciplined for
soldier's
such a
remains.
performance.
Ah, pleasantly surprised.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Heresy, hello. Hey, Sazonix! Oh, we came through here earlier. This is where Cass last killed 20 people. You know, the most recent time that happened. After several hours of traversing the forest, a small mountain blocks the way. Something about the pattern on the stone seems wrong. After a few moments, it becomes clear that there are cogitator parts glinting at the base of the mountain. The machine appears to have grown into a stone itself along with the dirt and grass, with the only proof of their artificial origin being the occasional flashes of lumens powered by some random unknown impulses. A carcass is lying on a flat stone nearby, cut open and sacrificed to an unknown god. Alright, the turret. Yeah, we came by here earlier. The loading screens are longer than the levels right now. Let's see. Yeah, we've read that earlier. Oh, we have come into a circle.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Okay.
What lies beyond?
Let us see what I found.
What did you find? Decayed Drakari remains rest amid the forest of Qua Tamar along with this world's sorrowful past. Okay. Hours of walking bring the rogue trader to a tall, sprawling tree. Something shiny is stuck in the foliage. Coming closer, the Lord Captain recognizes an obsolete heavy void suit model that has been subsumed to the growing branches. A heavily damaged skull bares its teeth from behind murky glass. At least their death was quick.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Gaming. I think this is my least favorite chapter so far. Just because of all the loading screens. Like, the actual forest bit, that's fine. But the fact that we're just load, trying to figure this puzzle out. The rogue trader requires rest and soon finds suitable spot for a camp. A meadow with a few fruit trees. A creature with an elongated body and large blunt claws leisurely descends from one of the trees. Its muzzle is red, as if stained with blood, but it turns out to be merely the juices of the fruit from nearby trees. The fruit has a peculiar taste, reminiscent of Grok's meat baked in sweet and sour sauce. What the heck? I mean, we've already been here. There was no load screen for that one.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
At least Caligos is quiet. This would be a lot worse if he was whining the whole way. After several hours of traverse... Oh, this is the same thing as earlier. It's just repeating it. The lumens thing.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
I wonder if it's random. Like, I wonder if you just keep going back and forth through the, like, this, whatever zone line you're right next to. If you just keep landing on random levels. The skies break open, the heavy rain permeating even the dense canopy of the forest. Luckily, the elements relent before long. As the sun emerges once more, the forest becomes alive with singing of birds. Yeah, this is not the level I was on a second ago. But there's 2 of these here, which is kind of makes it weird. Wait, I think this is actually back to the ship. I think we made progress.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
That way led to the ship, but it's not giving you the option to go that way. This is one of the first levels we saw. The now familiar rustle of the centuries-old canopy and barely perceptible movement of the edge of the road trader's vision announced that the forests are once again in motion. Are they fleeing the distant raging fires or simply migrating? It's difficult to say, however, spacious meadows have been replaced with dense forests and the trails have changed direction once more. Okay. Which one is this? Oh, this is the one with the bunker. Alright, load again. I'm wondering if a specific one of these map tiles has a specific, you know, zone line that you're supposed to click on to get to where you need to go, or if you could just keep just doing random zone lines and you'll eventually get there. Halfway through the day, the rogue trader discovers a new wonder of Qua Tamar's forest, a spacious stretch of land overgrown with a reddish-brown grass covered in sickening yellow blisters. No other plant can be seen among the red blades of grass. The answer to this mystery may have something to do with the pale spider. Oh yeah, we read that earlier. And we're back by the turret again. Although there is... What is that? There's a body.
They will see. Oh yes, indeed. They all will see.
When the followers of the Emperor yell heresy, they get away from anything. When I do it, I just get kicked out of church. I feel cheated. You're not doing it with enough gusto.
What lies beyond?
This map gave me flashbacks to an NES adventure game, including the Forest Zelda game with dungeon-type areas indoors in a haunted forest and whatnot. Yeah. Skies break open. It starts to rain. We're back by the turret again. Oh my god. Owlcat. I love your work, but just this once. You do remember games are supposed to be fun, right? Spider-like insects again.
Oh, one step at a time amidst the madness.
Alright, let's see. If I go back through this again, am I going to end up by the turret again? Lazanta said, I just started playing BG3 a few days ago. I felt sad when I killed Minthara. I didn't know for so long that Minthara was a possible companion. My first playthrough, she was just a boss. Dweller of the... Oh, hey. Are we at the camp? Oh my god, we're at the camp. Alrighty. Everything happened just as Speaks with Gods foresaw. The Starborn are back, and with them our... Enough of your bloating, old hag. I already told you your speech offends me so. It makes me want to cut out your tongue. Caligos waves the woman away and turns his flinty gaze on Speaks with Gods. I'm sick and tired of aimlessly trudging through the woods, old man. I'm a hunter, and without a quarry, I turn into quite the beast. Humbly covering his eyes, the priest nods slightly. Speaks with Gods is ready to conduct the ritual, Starborn. The heart of the forest is calling out to me, so let this priest serve his god not in word but in deed. He's a psyker. It is done. This good-for-nothing psyker has finally proved himself useful. Winterscale looks around the settlement with a bored expression. I intend to have quite a good night's sleep and enjoy the local delicacies. One good thing about Qua Tamar is that the fruit here is sweeter than Calixian honey and more tender than the meat of a young grox. You should get some rest as well, Muck. And remember, it is better to go hunting when you're full of vigor but slightly hungry. The hunger adds acuity. Makes the kill more intoxicating, you know? Let me know when you're ready to depart, or if you decide to share a few stories, then come to the bonfire. It is not often that two rogue traders can indulge in confidences away from prying ears. He sardonically clicks his tongue and nonchalantly salutes you in farewell. Alright, quick save, because we finally got here.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Nice walk that, wasn't it, Muck? You may have helped us navigate the living forest clutches, but don't let it go to your head. I would have managed by myself sooner or later. Sooner or later. Let's go, dude. I'm done with this place. All done with your questions. Yeah, let's go. It's about time indeed, Muck. He gives you a friendly pat on the shoulder and summons his retinue with a gesture. It may take a while to find their trail, but Warden here has a keen eye, and his sense of smell can rival any old dog. We will do just fine, especially with the forest being on our side now. Let's go, try not to fall behind. Dude, I don't like you. I don't like your planet. I don't like this forest. I want out of here. It's taking all my restraint to not just start blasting. No, I don't want to talk to you. Let's go. Gotta make moves. Got places to be. Also, that was a pretty terrible rest. We still have our injuries. Demolition 0%. Oh my. Sounds like we've got some pretty bad explosives.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Hello, Eldari. A stately Eldari steps forward, calmly looking at the intruders. His armor and its adornments gleam in the sun, despite traces of dried mud and caked blood. Not a step further, monkey. The smooth voice of the Xenos sounds out of place in the rough wilderness of Qua Tamar. I grant you the mercy to leave the emerald halls of the children of the Asurian. Be gone, and never come back again. Nocturne of Oblivion's here. What the heck is he doing here? Vain rhetoric, a masterful display. Your temper, brother mine, you ought to quell. Bravado has no place within this play. Indeed, the merchants prove this all too well. This actor excellent, who did alight. Upon the stage now will this piece complete. By choosing a final opposite. Who shall survive, and who their doom shall meet. Nocturne of Oblivion's mournful horned mask avidly tracks your face. I do not know about you, Muck Von Luck, but these Xenos bastards are giving me the creeps. Caligo shifts his excited gaze from the Eldari warrior to Solitaire and back. This one, in the dappled motley. I want to kill him, right now. Wharton the Grey bares his teeth in anticipation and clutches the hilt of his sword. Examine the camp. The Solitaire bows theatrically. With embers glowing cupped in my two hands, I bear them through the deluge to the hearth. The Harlequins metaphor implies he's been accompanying the surviving Eldari for a while now. It is not clear to you what hearth he's talking about, but perhaps he managed to find a new home. You invaded this world, and I want to know why. Playing with your prey like a cat. Fine, new blood. You are still young. Just remember that patience is not my strongest suit. I do not think we have anything to discuss either, Monkey. The deeds of your kin have spoken louder than words. There's grief on the Xenos face. My home, my family, my people, my Cruderok. Everything is gone because of you. What are you talking about? I killed the homunculus and Kamarag with my own hands. And you believed a flesh sculptor was so easy to get rid of. The minds of Monkey are dull with undiscerning indeed. Your ships are destroyed, Cruderrock is lost, and so are the Farseers. You sacrificed everything to attack this world. Why? He sighs tiredly. We did not attack this world, Monkey. The last of Cruderrock's children assembled once more to scour the Master of Flesh, Travantius, from the memory of the universe. The homunculus who abducted and tortured the Farseers from our crafts world. We learned that he is hiding in this world, but something prevents our Farseers from discovering his lair, and so we were forced to act decisively. You call purging an entire world a decisive action. Our Farseers, those whom we managed to save, could not name the exact location of the Flesh Sculptor. Even after our ships had circled the world for the third time, something prevented them from seeing the truth. Something powerful. We knew your patrols would soon discover our presence, so we decided to do something else. To exterminate the homunculus alongside the world as he has chosen as his refuge. He shrugs vaguely. The Monkey are flooding the galaxy at the speed of a meteor shower, and this world will repopulate eventually. In a single world, not worth eliminating a powerful enemy who threatens hundreds of such worlds, both you and those of my kin. How about we wring the necks of the puny vermin, Aitavatar? Winterscale meaningfully raises an eyebrow. Are you still deem him worthy of conversation? Attack both sides? I don't think the galaxy would look kindly upon me if I attacked another rogue traitor. Caligos isn't my enemy, he's just kind of an idiot. The Eldari are, yeah. They're pretty much enemies. We have nothing else to discuss. That's how I like it! Fewer words, more blood for the rogue trader's throne. A sorrowful sigh comes from beneath Nocturne of Oblivion's mask. About my neck a loathsome coiling snake has latched itself and swallowed down my lines. So trite an end takes bitter on the tongue, for death awaits my merchant vagabond. The curtain now will serve as your shroud. Enough of words, our dance will speak the rest. Oh wait, is he not going to teleport away? Is he actually going to stay and fight this time?
Oh, curious creatures. Oh, I wish to vivisect you.
You dare oppose us?
Hi. Chip says good morning. Cass. Buff self. Wait, player? Why does it say player? Alright, sniper. Let's focus on that first. Oh my god, are you guys hit each other?
Not a servitor.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing? Did you just wake up? Okay. Alright, Muck's turn. Give Cass another turn. Blast that ranger again.
Try to die with grace, at least.
Make these guys hit each other again.
That's all you've got.
Give Ulfar another turn. Alright, Cass's turn for reals. Is there any more rangers? I see 3 called player.
Me? Yes, Lord Captain. If I may.
Give Muck another turn. Cast regen on Ulfar.
Isha, heal my wounds. Fenris is in battle. Oh, shall bleed.
So many times we run into that Harlequin and he's teleported away. It's surprising seeing him actually stay to fight. Word of the Emperor. Light of the Emperor. Give Cassie another turn.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Me,
Blast through these two.
another foe painted black.
Darkness.
Give Cass many turns.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
You seek reprisal where there could be peace and raise the blade of... Okay, bye. I have no idea what he just said.
As duty demands. If I may. Try to die with grace, at least.
Smiles upon me.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for another foe?
I like to think that right now Caligos is watching this and he's like, holy crap.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
A strike of terror pierces our... Wait, what? He just casted stuff on Cassia.
Interlude. Is thunder. My threat is ruin. So I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument. Approved.
Oh, Pascal, you used to be so powerful. And now you're dead.
If I may. Die with grace, at least.
Oh my god, Cass hit me right in the sound card chat.
Scars adorn our bodies.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? That is foolishness. Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
Behold my artistry!
I am a navigator. Another foe painted black.
Soul for Kekarak.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
I'll return this favor
If I may.
tenfold. I will join the ancestors.
Ha 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 ha. Caligos Winterscale is standing in the heart of an abated battle, covered head to toe in the blood of his enemies. His excited smile gradually twists into a grin, and his glazed eyes emanate an alarming coldness. Did you see the solitaire drew his last breath? Struggled to the very end. What a quarry. That's what I call a hunt. Ward in the Grey nods at every word of his master, licking fresh blood off a thin blade. Licking the blood. Blood for the rogue traitor's throne? Did I hear that right? Here, what? Winterscale shrugs his shoulders incredulously. I don't remember saying that, but anything can trip off the tongue in the heat of battle. What now? Silver sparks flash at the ends of Speaks with God's hair, distracting Caligos from the conversation. The priest shudders as if from cold moans, claws at his face with his nails, and throws his head back to face the sky. In the Deadlands, there is a monster whose body is made up of bodies sewn together with rusty threads. It waits for a fallen star, trembles, hides, and guards a secret that is darker than a starless sky. A secret about the past and the thoughts about the future. The priest's violet eyes glow gold and return to their original color a moment later. His gaze dims, and he comes back to his senses, blinking apologetically. Throne's gold. I forgot how much excitement you can have with an unsanctioned psyker. Winterscale smiles and is pleased as if a rare treasure had jumped into his hands all by itself. Let's call this my parting gift to you, Muck. You wanted horror stories about the homunculus? Then it's off to the Deadlands for you. As for me, I will finally go to the Emperor's Vow, to my cozy cabin with a bottle of Calixian Amasec and a hot bath. I will see you among the stars, New Blood. Stay on your toes around the self-righteous and try not to perish in the warp before our next meeting. So, I kill everyone and you get to go home?
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Dirt-covered Vox. You know, Stanzo, I miss the times when fire cultivators were only used for working in the fields. Back then, I thought, by the throne, damn that forest, can't take your eyes off it for a tick, or else it'd mess with production. But nowadays, the damn forest is the only thing that can defend people. Who'd have guessed? And we, the Silvarius, are the only ones who can pass through it, if we have our fire cultivator intact, that is. I did hear, though, that one of the astropaths managed to lead a group of 50 people through the brush, but nobody has heard from them since. The enemies of humanity got them, didn't they? Come meet us halfway. I'm leading a new group, and Promethium in my cultivator is running out. Okay. Alright. Choose a characteristic. Willpower. Choose a common talent. Chip is perked up to see you. What's up?
If I'm leaving the house, you're probably going to be on your own for lunch unless you'll be able to make your sandwich now.
I'm good, thank you. Chip saw mom peeking in chat. Grenadier, bloody mess. Just a flesh wound. Be smart. Can't get psi rating 4 yet. Pet the baker. If I do it now, he will... Oh no, okay, I'm surprised. Usually if I pet him mid baking, he leaves. So that's why I was waiting. But we can be pleasantly surprised. When the Psyker is not in the target's line of sight or in cover, all resistance chests of the target suffer a monster penalty. Or in cover. Confer immunity is also good. Let's get obscured threat. Perception. And what else do we got here? Getting close to have the fun make Muck put on the wizard head again. Let's see. And these are the boring talent options. These are the dumb ones. Okay. Toughness. Pick something. Heavy weapon proficiency. Breaking points. No. You're ready to serve. Better to die for the Emperor. Stronger together, sure. Alright, Heinrich. Willpower is this one's highest skill. 15% to parry? Sure. Not even looking at the other stuff. Ballistic skill. I would like an option to have this little dude dance on screen for a minute or two. I might could set that up. Forge rolled characters can use persuasion cards to possess the forge. Bonus to tech use. Let's see. Okay. We pet Chip, and someone said put on the wizard hat. There we go. Man. Alright, one left. Won't let me pick ballistic skill. Alright, weapon skill. Embrace your destiny. My destiny. Tenacity, I guess. Ugh.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Usually it's so exciting when you get level ups in games, but just sometimes in this game, you get to these and it's just like, drone. What is this? Attention, Vox broadcast impossible, blah, 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 blah. Are we back at the ship? Oh, we're back at the ship.
What
To the void
lies
ship.
beyond?
Live stream claimed another purchase last night. Nephew picked up a copy because husband's raving about it. This game? Of the Rogue Trader? Cylindria? I'm getting old. Last week I was following a chess tournament. It was the most exciting sport I've ever followed. Just dig my grave already. Elhar, it's you're still fine. It's when you start watching curling that it's over. When you're like, look at that man's sweep. Oh, like that's when it's like, okay, all right, you're over the hill. You're over all the hills. Any hills that are there, you're over them. Let's see. Lord Inquisitor not seeing any visitors on account of being preoccupied with matters of import. However, daring it may sound, his lordship has no other way of meeting with Calcazar other way to be summoned. Hunting grounds. Evidence of Homunculus Tavincius' presence has been discovered on Caligos' world. The fastest way to reach the Homunculus' hideout is taking the ship along a parallel... Oh, wait, is there another, like, drop point? The longest match I followed lasted nearly 5 hours. Oh, gosh. I'm just imagining, like, two kings chasing each other around the board. Homunculus' laboratory. I remember a match of StarCraft 2 during a meta that everyone absolutely hated that lasted many, many, many hours. I can't remember exactly how long. But it was like a shining example of what everyone... It was, there was a unit in StarCraft 2 that was called, what is it? Is it Swarm Host? Hold on. SE2 Swarm... Yeah, Swarm Host. Swarm Host's longest game. What was it? Today is the 4-year anniversary of the longest game played in front of a live audience. Swarm Host vs. Swarm Host Nightmare. How long was this video game?
We love you in Texas too.
The video is 1 hour and 40 minutes long. But what it is, for those who never played it, is there's these creatures called Swarm Hosts. This is them right here. And they burrow down and they spawn free units. And the units live for like 20 seconds. And the units will then go out and attack. And both players amassed this unit. And so it was just tidal waves of free units were smashing against each other in the middle of the map. And if you tried to send out any units that actually, cost troops, then they would just get eaten up by the free units. And, you would get further behind. And it was just like a stalemate. And people had been saying for a while that the Swarm Hosts were like, OP. And Blizzard was not listening. And then that happened in front of a live audience. They were like, oh, okay, maybe we should patch this.
The madness.
Like, the crowd was sick of it. Like, I love the idea of the Swarm Host, but in practice, it just ended up being busted.
In this tapestry
Logic
of
check.
the world, I am the rogue thread.
Scarlet forbidding signs blazing on the vid screen. Someone has placed a seal of silence on the cogitator. A seal of silence. Oh, I think I see our boy down there. Hold on, F5. Cassie is about to pop a bunch of heads.
Curiosity. Let's see how to dismember you properly.
I will revel in your pain.
Actually, I don't see homunculus. I just see monsters. Alright. Heinrich goes first. Give Cass an extra turn. Cass, buff
Isn't
yourself.
this a job for the serfs?
And hit that guy.
As duty demands.
And you two hit each other. Ah, he shot through his ally, but he hit Ulfar.
For chip less than 3.
Alright, Muck's turn. Give Cass another turn. And
I'm not accustomed to being
so we're gonna
ordered
do. Are
around.
these the ones that regenerate? Can't remember. There was one of these I fought in the past, and they regenerate health, and
If
I wasn't
only
sure
that
if
were
it was
possible.
I've suffered worse. It will be done. A tactically sound approach.
Taunt those two. Do that. Cast another turn.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
You know, when you make the enemy hit another enemy, they always position themselves in a way to hit you as well when possible. They're like, yeah, you know, I hate my friend right now, but that doesn't mean I don't still hate you. Oh, nice. Abelard got a kill. What is up?
My competencies are not that universal.
Just pass your turn.
Isn't this a job for try to die with grace at least?
Alright, one down.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
So give Muck an extra turn, put regen on Ulfer. Let's see. Give Cass a bonus, and then give her tons of extra
Another
turns.
stroke of genius.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Oh, this thing has a lot of health.
Another foe painted black. Me. I'll die with grace, at least.
That everybody? Yep. Alright.
I am at your service. This
Medkit
will-
on
will make a
Ulfar.
fine scar.
I'll survive. I always
Stop.
survive.
There.
A lot of health, yeah.
They will see.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
They all will see.
Lord Xenos. The deformed, feeble, and crazed creature is a pitiful and clearly inviable copy of the homunculus Cervantius. Pieces of flesh, skin, and bone are stuck in the dark, sticky sludge that covers the tables. From a distance, the creature resembles a homunculus, but at a closer look, it's more of a bad caricature of one. That was a quick save since we just finished a fight.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
There will be no peace in my way.
Actually, it looks like there's more loot back there I missed. What? Oh, really? I have to click on that athletics thing to get past that?
Nothing
Oh my God.
matters more.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Interesting. This thing was showing up on the map, and I hadn't discovered it yet. But when I got close to it, then perception check kicked in, and it was like, oh, there it is. There's like a viewing room up there, but I can't get to it. I guess it wraps back around to there.
Unexpected result.
The corpse in the tech priest garb was shot in the head, more likely a cold-blooded execution than death in
My
combat.
warp sight reveals something.
Operation successful.
Activate elevator. The lift call panel is unresponsive.
Stop. There.
Oh my god.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
This looks like a big boss fight room. There's Travantius. Ooh, cinematic camera. Ooh, Cassia's cape is going nuts right now. Travantius, the Arc Machinator. You're looking at several completely identical homunculi at work. A disturbing sight. The indistinguishable and familiar faces turn their attention toward you, morosely and almost indifferently. The homunculi start talking over one another. You! One of them hisses through his teeth. How dare you, echoes another. Show up here alive. A third one finishes. This is even better, though. Now I'll cleanse the shame of my death with your blood, and then transform you and the scum you brought along into something useful. Their colors. Horrible, frightening, tattered shades. Only a madman could do something like that to himself. She looks away, horrified. Lore check. Success! The homunculi are twitching slightly as though from invisible electrical impulses. They look virtually identical, yet each seems to be missing something. A limb, an implant, even a facial feature or two. The single gaze of the many faces no longer seems full of haughty superiority only. Some kind of a shared defect also shows in it. Am I talking to one Travantius or several? Is each one of you a separate individual? One? Many? What difference does it make? I'm on my way toward infinity, specimen. Toward genuine, limitless immortality. I see you have found new company. I haven't finished yet! The homunculi break into psychic laughter. Psychotic laughter. One corporeal shell is too few. Deplorably, unacceptably few. Once my work is complete, not one monkey in the world will be able to destroy me completely. The hole in the ceiling is a peculiar design choice. What happened here? The identical faces look annoyed and spiteful. For a moment, it seems the homunculi are about to reply in unison, but a barely perceptible electrical impulse stops them. One of them scoffs and mutters through his teeth. Just more proof of how unreliable partnerships with lower life forms are. Awareness test succeeded. You notice one of the homunculi glance at the hole in the ceiling. Fury contorts the Xenos face. Travantius is unable to hide his anger at what happened. Whoever did that and whatever it was they did, it infuriated him a lot. So, wait. So there's the one big Travantius and then like all of these little edgelords. What is this place? It doesn't exactly look like a Drakari laboratory. Stupid question. The answer to which is of no importance to one who's about to be taken apart. Why are you here and not in Kamarog? Because of you, specimen! Because of your feeble wits and your deplorably stubborn reluctance to die. In the thick silence, several clicks are heard as the copies move their limbs in an insect-like fashion. But I had to finish what I started. Finish the masterpiece that had been taken away from me because of you. All because of you. I saw the body of a dead tech priest in this lab. Where did he come from? Explain. The homunculi are quiet, and then they giggle. The revolting sound makes your skin crawl. Seems to be pet chip. Scary, isn't it? The thought that you're not the only monkey who serves me. Try and guess, specimen. Try and guess. I killed you with my own hands. A meek giggle rolls like a wave between the homunculi. They answer all at once, an ominous choir filling up the room. Have you forgotten that I am a great master of the flesh who has transcended death itself? Do you think it would benefit me to let a monkey cut my path short? Draw my weapon. Trust me, this time I will fell you much quicker than the last. You're different from others of your species, specimen. This time around I want to study you much, and I mean much more thoroughly, which necessitates your death. And I hope dying once doesn't suffice for you.
curious creatures. Oh, I wish to vivisect you.
Okay, so there's 3 behind me, kind of flanking me. Oh, there's 4 right in front. Okay, they're right in my face. Bro, what? Oh my god. Alright, quick save in case something crazy happens. Foul aberration. Not a lot of cover to use here. Let's have Abelard up here, and this guy back here to try to hold their attention, if possible. One of your characters is too close to an enemy. No, the enemy's too close to one of my characters. I didn't do that. Alright. Binary, give Cass a turn. Cass, buff self.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Blast this thing.
Another foe painted black.
Looks like they might explode with poison when they die. You go hit a friend if possible. Don't resist. Okay.
Dare you?
Alright, Muck's turn. Give Cass another turn.
If
Kill
I
that
may,
one.
try to die with grace at least.
Let's see. Buff on Abelard. And Notch Purpose. Can I move you away from me?
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Oh, hey, look. Now it's Cass's turn. Okay. Try to make these poison clouds appear as far from me as possible.
Painted black. Isn't this
Give
a
Old
job
Far a
for
turn.
serfs?
In disgrace.
One more down. Ulfar buff. Cervantius' turn. Experimental Serum on an Aberration. Spray and Pray. Miss. Spray. Did hit. Ugh. Hit, but didn't kill. Oh, big fella over there.
Pain and duty go hand in hand. Victory is imminent.
Taunt those two.
I will carve runes out of your bones. So shall I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Run at that thing and kick it.
I challenge
Ah.
you, damned. Not die in disgrace!
Let's see. Give Cass a turn.
A wicked thought.
This thing is the thing that steals time from someone and ages them, I think. Or it's the same model,
am
but
a
I'm nervous
navigator,
about it, so we're gonna start
not
on
a
that.
Servitor. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Hit your friend. Ah, no luck. Oh, perfect timing. Alright, give Cass mini turns.
A maelstrom of madness.
If I may. Try to die with grace, at least. Isn't this a job for the serfs? As duty demands. I am a navigator. Try to die with grace, at least. As duty demands.
2 enemies left. There's this dude. Who else? Where's the other one? Here.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Does Ulvar have any chill? I mean, Cass is the one killing everybody.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Regen on Pascal. Buffs. Just a whole assortment of them. Oh, there's more. What the heck? Do they just spawn out of the test tubes? Can we destroy the tubes? A biofont designed to grow flesh. Yes, that appears to be the case. Can I hit you? Or are you invulnerable? Blood Barrier. At the beginning of each turn, this creature gains a bonus to armor equal to the number of creatures suffering bleeding. This creature also regains 10% of max wounds per number of creatures suffering from bleeding. Not invulnerable. She can hit it, but she has to go up the stairs to do so.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Try to die with grace, at least. I'm afraid not.
Alright, that one's done. How can Cassie attack more than once? The ability over here, the heroic ability, as far as I'm concerned, the best one in the game is the one for an officer that lets a target attack as many times as they have action points for. And I used it on Cass, and so she got to attack like 7 or 8 times in one turn, and she just basically clears everything. You already feel your momentum again? Yeah. Like I said, it's pretty crazy.
Bad, I'm still standing.
What?
Someone else can
Alright.
do this.
This can't be over. Train! Let me educate you on the art of pain.
Give him another turn. Can I not? Oh, I guess because he's like such a big unit, he can't move over there. Alright.
See how you succeed! You've unleashed my hand is thunder! My strike is ruin! I will carve ruins out of your bow. Battle! Oceans bleed!
A wicked thought. A genius at work.
So die in disgrace!
Can you hit that from here?
Wolf's
Alright, that's one down.
Don't dishonor the wolf with such tasks! See how the wolf succeeds! I hunger for battle.
Did that get destroyed?
Wolf's reign!
There we go. Now it's gone.
Isn't this a job?
I think she cannot use her mental or psychic attack on that container, which makes sense.
The scriptural is favorable. What a pitiful sight.
It will be reduced to dust. I'm not interested.
Oh, it's just gonna say we won. There was still tanks alive, but it's just saying we won. Okay.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
But yeah, the officer class,
This
the main thing, this right here,
galaxy
bring it down.
is
It gives,
my
you give 2 AP to
playground.
someone else, and they can attack again. So I have 2 officers, and well, 3 counting Cass, but Cass can't use that on herself. But I have 2 officers plus Cass. So every round,
Patience.
I can have my
Right
strongest
there,
CPS
the
shoot
phrase.
3 times. And then also, when the heroic comes up, they can have her shoot like 8 more times. And usually, by the time she's done with those 8 attacks, the momentum's full again, and then the other officer can give her like 8 more attacks, and it's over. And we're playing on hard mode, too. Damaged data slate. There's a dent on the data slate screen, covered in flickering colored stripes. The readable parts are twitchy and contain repetitions. Murrah's prior studies pursued the goal of breaking new ground and recreating and reviving the specimen in the event of its death. The above-mentioned experiment laid the groundwork for modernizing and accelerating the recreation of a living organism from a minuscule sample of bone or living tissue. Every variety of living organism has been observed to release a number of chemicals at the moment of death that enable the creation of an entirely identical clone with intact memories of its prior life up to and including the moment of death, most vividly detailed as to both physical sensations and emotional distress. As mentioned before, even a tiny modicum of bone or muscle tissue is sufficient for reviving or creating an organism in an adequate lab setup. Bear in mind that work on creating the new body must begin before the 3rd stage of decomposition is set in. So this is what he did to himself. Somehow.
There will be no peace in
Arc Machinator's Deceit. Whenever the wearer uses an attack that's of a different type than the previous attack, they gain momentum equal to resolve. That would be good on an Arch Militant. White Signet of Inquisition. Gains plus 15... Oh, no, wait. That's what I already have equipped. The right thing is the new thing. Blood Barrier Emitter. At the start of the turn, the wearer recovers wounds equal to the number of bleeding creatures. If at least 1 wound is recovered that way, a fresh injury is removed as well. Homunculus' Injector restores wounds, removes bleeding, burning, toxin, and melting, heals 1 trauma and all injuries without skill tests. Reinforced Cabalite Armor, 40% dodge, base armor, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Alright. I was trying to level up. The space around the hole is littered with lumps of broken concrete. A small wind gets into the room through the ugly hole in the ceiling, stirring up whirlwinds of stone dust at your feet. The hole in the lab's vaulted ceiling and the hollow underneath points you to the obvious. Something broke into this room, ripped out a piece of the lab, and dragged it outside. You are for now mystified as to what that something was. Awareness. Through the piled up rocks, dirt, and thick dust, you're able to make out parts of fixtures that were ripped out of their sockets and thrown to the floor. Parts like these are used for fastening industrial girders in place at large manufactorums around the Empire. Demolition. You study the edges of the breach carefully, reflect for a few minutes, and conclude the hole in the lab ceiling was blown by several powerful directed explosions. After more time, you note the characteristic marks on the debris in the walls. The ceiling was breached with melta charges. Address your companions. What do you think about all this? The Seneschal looks around frowning. I don't understand. The Drakari machinery and their toys seem out of place within these walls. Nay, they seem positively alien. These walls, why, this is the standard architecture of an Imperium bunker. Why would Xenos conduct their business in a place like this? This world belongs to House Winterscale, but I refuse to believe His Lordship Caligos would ever collaborate with Xenos. Dark red and brownish green would envelop his figure every time the subject of hunting the enemies of humanity was brought up. He despised them, hated them. That's it. The broken stairs end at the empty spot where all that's left is the shattered floor and a small hollow. Okay. Alright. Level up. Oh, it's one of the fun levels. How about that? What do we got? Looking at my options. So I kind of got all the officer skills I want. I've got all the biomancy skills I want. Wondering what things I get. Like, I've already got someone for Sanctic. I'm wondering if it would be worth getting telepathy or divination, but I don't remember what those get. Hold on. I'm gonna hit quick save here. How old is Chip? 5? He's 5. Let's see. Is persuasion an option? Yes. So if I do that and get telepathy, what does that give me? Psychic Shriek. Do damage to the target. Okay, no, I don't need that. Alright, reload to a minute ago. He is, yeah, we got him around Christmas time, roughly 5 years ago. And he was very, very young at that time. Let's try divination. And persuasion.
The stars.
And that gives us forewarning. Increase the target dodge and parry by 15% till the end of combat.
Oh,
that's not bad.
My brush.
More buffs. Yeah, that's fine. Let's keep that. Her turn. She gets to pick something new. Let's see. Mend Reality decreases Veil Degradation. All allies gain plus willpower bonus deflection against warp damage and damage from psychic powers till next turn. Glimpse Fate. Target gains bonus hit chance on their next attack. Dodge on next dodge. Resistance next resist. Show the path. Can only target allies that have a melee weapon in one of their weapon sets. The target immediately gains additional turn during which they gain the ability to use charge. Allows the target ally to dash in a straight line for 6 cells. If they collide with a creature during that movement, they attack that creature, even if it's an ally. Lol. What does Vigil Beyond Time? The first use on any target marks it with the under the Navigator's Watch effect. Targets must pass a willpower resistance test to avoid this. The second use returns the target to the position where it was during the first use and restores its wounds to the state they were. Oh, it's the Chronomancer thing. Scourge of the Red Tide. 3x3 zone. Every enemy that enters it or begins a turn in it suffers from damage. Okay. Waking Nightmare. All enemies within a 4-cell radius suffer penalty to willpower and toughness till the end of combat. Warp Curse Unleashed. All incoming warp damage is increased. At the start of their turn, the enemy close to them also becomes cursed. Point of Curiosity. All enemies in a 6-cell radius around the target point must pass a willpower resistance test or immediately move 3 cells for the target. Spot of Apathy. Zone of Fear. These are all okay. I don't know that there's any of these I like love. I'm wondering if Scourge of the Red Tide counts as an attack. Like, if you use it, does it take away your attack for that turn? Warp Curse Unleashed, I guess. Make an enemy take more warp damage till the end of combat. Could use it on, like, bosses. Awareness. Okay, his turn. Not many options left here. I don't want any of these. I guess I'll just pick one. I'm never gonna use it. Let's see. Awareness. Now this guy's the athletics guy. Get that. Alright, Heinrich. Sword of... Do I want Sword of Faith? Do I care about it? Psychic power costs 50 momentum. Can only be used when momentum is 175 or higher. Until the end of combat, the weapon in the Psyker's hand is replaced by a sword made of will. The sword has a single target attack and an area attack. Damage to the sword is the same as that of Purged Soul. If the Psyker uses a force weapon, all the bonuses from that force weapon remain. No, I don't want her to have that. I don't care. Yeah, she's kind of got everything she needs here. I guess pyromancy, just it's whatever I pick there, she's not going to use it much. Lore Imperium. All right, Pascal. I mean, this is all like, you know, oh, make your next hit just a little bit better. But yeah, it's not cast, though. Cast is going to be 10 doing 10 times the damage, so I don't care. Whatever. Tech use. That's his job. Okay. Let's see. Entrench. Range your attack by the soldier does additional damage. Dash. Dash. I had dash on Argenta and it was really good. Cannot pick up demolition. Guess athletics would be the next thing. Alright. Do that. Okay, I think we're done here.
Oh, one step at a time amidst the madness.
Can I go up that ladder? I guess not. What if I can call that elevator now that wasn't working earlier? Wait, I think I passed it already. Let's check. Activate the elevator. Nope, still doesn't work. So that was not connected to the boss.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
So there's still this room up here that has like a book in there and
I promised
stuff.
that despicable butcher Tarvantius that I would watch him die. And I kept my promise. Oh, blast it all. I also swore to piss on his corpse.
I am proud.
He's like, ah, dang it, I forgot to pee on his
Dynasty
corpse.
does not let old grudges go unanswered. Let every Xenos know that a crime against the rogue trader will bring doom upon them.
I'm offering a hymn of homage to the Angel of the Emperor and the ancient ferocious machine spirit controlling his armor.
Pascal is kissing up to Ulfar's armor.
Has seen many battles and bears many glorious scars. Hear the glorious verse of the time when...
The furnishings are clearly fitted for human comfort, but everything is covered in a thick layer of dust.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
Wait, what? It says there's something... Oh, goods. There we go. Not sure how to get in there. Oh well. Alright, well, we found that guy.
Yes, indeed.
We've cleaned up Caligos' planet that he let get so very, very messy. What's next? Alright, now it just says wait on Calcazar's summons. This is the quest that's... I cannot do this. This is for Jay. Jay never joined my team. This is a bug. Every vassal world is a treasure. It's a vassal produce to make the greater results. Contracts. What's going on here? Nothing much. Can't do that quest anymore. Forgotten Twins. I don't know what to do there. All right. Return to Dargonis. Yeah, I can't do that. All right. Where's this stuff? Your presence is required at various planets. Okay. Shrine. It gives a bunch of good stuff. Blocks the building in Jerusalem footsteps. Okay. Shrine worlds are treasures of the Imperium, spiritual gems shining in the darkness. For Foulstone to become a shrine world will require an ocean's worth of thrones and bribes to greedy ecclesiarchy officials, as well as mountains of extremely rare materials to erect cathedrals worthy of the status. However, succeeding will give House von Valancia's prestige and the Order of the Hammer's eternal gratitude. Gain the Hammer of Epiphany, profit factor, complacency, security, and efficiency. Sure. Alright. Let's see. Janus. Anything new here? Science of Virtue. Blocks Rose of Zamarkand. Efficiency goes down. Alright, Dargonus. Completed Praising the Muses. Let's see. Holy Prophet. Due date for tithe approaches. And by using corrupted schematics, it's possible to keep Psychers and the gold. Profit factor. Sounds like we are wheeling and dealing. Completed Pure Blood. What we got? Penal Battalion. An entire planetary regiment of martyr guardsmen. A gift from the rogue trader to the Cronus Expanse in its darkest hour. Captive Xenos. Extract him. The open mining pit of trans uranium will be a blow to Phoebo 6 population, but bring enormous profit. So I have 35 people. And I do this, and then I get more Promethium. Okay, so... let's go back to the world map. I'm guessing the next time I do a warp jump, it's going to pop up with the call from Calcazar now that I finished the Winterscale thing, but we'll see. Lord Captain, the astropaths are reporting a new message. It says Lord Inquisitor Calcazar is sending his regards to your lordship and is hoping to meet you in his palace at Footfall at your earliest convenience. Then let us set course for Footfall. This must be very important. As you wish, Lord Captain. I like how she doesn't set course for Footfall. Awesome. Oh, which of these places has Footfall? It's around here somewhere. Is this it? That's it. It's right there. Okay. A duty officer reported an incident in the shuttle repair bay. A security team was dispatched in response to a distress signal, but when they arrived, they discovered that the shuttle repair crew had doubled in number. Somehow, every crew member now had an identical twin, but each assured the officers that they were the real one. The officers immediately opened fire, killing everyone in the bay. The duty officer awarded the squad a commendation for their vigilance and efficiency. Dude, I thought they were gonna be like, hey, free workers. But no, they're like, oh god, freaking kill everything. There was a commotion on the lower decks. The chief mutant hunter, who was responsible for eliminating heresy in the hold of the void ship, went mad due to the perilous influence of the warp. The officer climbed the parapet above the central accelerator complex and threatened to jump unless the entire crew immediately submitted to a rigorous examination to uncover physical deformities and unholy perversions. After calculating the time and financial cost of the inspection of thousands upon thousands of crew members and consulting the tech priest about the danger of foreign materials getting into the intake of the accelerator complex, the deranged mutant hunter was graciously allowed to proceed with ending his life in the desired manner. They're like, man, that would be really expensive. Why don't you just go ahead and jump? Do a flip. Alright, Footfall. Footfall. Liege's Residence. To people that don't know, there's a Metroidvania Prince of Persia game coming in the 18th, and the demo is out for anyone that wants to try it. I remember when Prince of Persia came out. I didn't have consoles, so I never played it. But I do remember it. It looked cool. Oh, my tower. Oh my gosh, it's so big. Hi, Banana. Oh, Christian C. Sorry, I just saw your question. This is Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Sorry, a little late getting to that.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Is this the right place?
What
This looks
lies
weird.
beyond?
Oh yeah, this is the right place. I recognize it now. The Lord Inquisitor is engrossed in studying star system charts and reports which are amassed on the desk like the ridges of a formidable mountain range. There are shadows beneath his eyes which are ruthlessly dissecting the latest report, and his skin seems stretched taut over the bones of his skull. Without turning his head to you, Calcazar says wearily, "Greetings, your lordship. Your timing is impeccable." An aged servant with the bearing of a veteran approaches the two of you. In a precise movement, he replaces the untouched cup of cold recaf in front of the Lord Inquisitor with a new one slightly steaming. The warrior of Fenris folds his arms and on a ceramite-plated chest regally and says in a dour voice, "Greetings, Inquisitor. You and I need to talk." Calcazar bows respectfully. "Glory to the Emperor's angels of Fenris. Your words will be heeded, my lord." I'm told you have business with me. I value your directness. It will save us much time. Yes, there is something you must do. It is time for you to play your part to save Coronis Expanse. I would not disturb your esteemed personage with anything less. Lady Navigator Cassia Tisifia Evriala. Wow, she has a long name. The Lord Inquisitor's lips curve into a thin smile as he catches a glimpse of scarlet eyes. I hear that House Orselio is going through a difficult time. Change is coming. I sincerely hope it is for the better. Your colors, Lord Inquisitor, are as rich as they are multifaceted. I've never encountered anything like it before. Unclouded hues flowing from one to the next. Amazing harmony. Amazing and frightening. Cassia raises her chin and nods demurely. That a man of such status and talents has taken an interest in the well-being of Navis Nobilite House is a great honor. I escaped from Kamarog, where I was held captive by Xenos. Why am I suddenly announcing this? Am I just bragging? The Inquisitor raises an eyebrow, impressed. You escaped from the Dark City, a feat that few have accomplished. I congratulate you on an exceptional performance, and I won't even mar your triumph by telling you that the Inquisition will, of course, be watching you very closely henceforth. I sincerely hope that your grand escape was not part of the Xenos' devious machinations. You wish to speak to the Lord Inquisitor, Ulfar? Indeed. You petitioned our aid in fighting Xenos. We spilt much alien blood, but the wind of battle carried me far, and I lost contact with my pack. Do you know where I can seek out my brothers, the Baleful Howl? I am afraid not. According to the information in my possession, they withdrew from the battle raging in the Expanse. The Lord Inquisitor's deferential tone now carries a dry edge. You lie. The Baleful Howl never run from battle. Ulfar's reply to the outrageous claim is surprisingly calm. Only the frosty chill of death, born of his voice and carried across the room, makes everyone's hair stand on end. What do you mean by withdrew? Contrary to my request to continue hunting the Xenos, they embarked on an expedition whose objective is unknown to me. There has been no word of them since. Sounds suspicious. This is not how we wolves conduct ourselves. I can tell you no more. As you well know, your pack preferred not to report their plans and intentions to me. Albeit no match for Ulfar's tongue of ice, the coldness in Calcazar's voice too could freeze an entire world. Why do you think they diverted their attention? I presume it was in search for brother Ulfar. It is common knowledge how deeply Space Wolves value the ties of brotherhood, far more deeply than the ties that bind them to other subjects of the Emperor. Is there any way you can help find them? No, but I believe I know someone who's better informed, and I will name that person as soon as we finally start discussing the matter that prompted me to summon your lordship. Are you aware of the changes Incendia wrought on Footfall? Naturally, her ladyship has done me an invaluable service by taking on the task of instilling order on the station. Though her style of leadership seems unnecessarily brutal to me, on the whole her actions have not exceeded the bounds I set. Oh my, yo, she killed such a large percentage of the population. She has a long name, says Mukluk, von Chauncey, von Esquire, von the Fourth, von. I put an end to her dictatorship. The Lord Inquisitor does not appear aggrieved by the news. As I understand, this was a private confrontation between two rogue traders, yes? As such, I hope your house will reach a reconciliation with her ladyship's heir. You have not hindered my plans. Lady Incendia purged footfalls sufficiently that I was not distracted by the need to pacify it. What was the dispute between you and Caligos about? His lordship deemed it more important to show off his stubbornness than safeguard interests of the Expanse. Stupidity of the most burdensome kind. But my sources inform me he nevertheless has joined my efforts against the Xenos, so I have decided to stay any sanctions for a time. I see. The rest assured his lordship will face the consequences of his actions. I don't know who said that. There's no picture next to that one. What help did you want from me? Frosher, if you please. The Inquisitor nods imperiously at the servant, who draws some kind of remote control from his pocket. All sounds whose sources are more than 3 meters away feed to nothing. Fade to nothing. Feed. So there's a silence bubble over us. To my chagrin, the ability to be in 2 places at once does not number among my talents. That is why I wish for you to serve in my stead. I place such trust in very few people, you understand. You will feel what it is to walk in my shoes and attempt to compel a gaggle of quarrelsome blockheads to work together. You will reconquer Euphrates II for me. The Inquisitor gestures to the servant and the silencing field disperses. Frosher, another recap. This one has gone cold. What? He just brought you that one. Pascal jerks his head up, clearly recognizing the name Calcazar just uttered. Frosher? Abelard stifles a grunt of displeasure.
Potato, boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
His muttered pitched for your ears only. You will reconquer Euphrates II for me. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor has done away with all pretense and politeness now. His orders no longer come with even the veneer of a request. To what do I owe such an honor? To whom else could I entrust the mission? No need to feign ignorance, Von Valancius. We both know the shortcomings of the other candidates for this position. At present in the Expanse, there are 2 people with a perspective and steady hand required to control this situation. They are both standing in this room. So if you will, dispense with the humble rogue trader act and win this war for me. What? Can you tell me more about Euphrates II? A sacred world of the Adeptus Mechanicus off limits to lay people. I'm one of the few who do not worship the Omnissiah to have set foot on its surface, or rather I was. Now it is crawling with unbelievers. The despicable world bearers attacked and captured Euphrates II, and the cult of the Final Dawn brought an entire horde of heretics to the planet. Registering a Sanctity Alpha priority mission. The scourge of corrupted misbelievers reigning over blessed workshops fills the Omnissiah's faithful with anguish. Activating auto-ascetism protocol. I offer a prayer for the liberation of the sacred world. From beneath Pascal's crimson robes comes the sound of mechanisms whirring to life and dark blood stains streak across the fabric. What? He's hurting himself? I just remembered Pascal still has a lot of alien parts in him from what they did to him when we were in Kamarog. I wonder if he's ever going to get a chance to fix that. I sent my troops to aid the Explorator forces laying siege to the world, but a rift occurred among the commanders. They need an authoritative general, and you're perfect for the role. My confidence is not misplaced, I trust. What forces do we have in place, and what is the rift that occurred between commanders? Explorator Fleet Divine Cognizance 7821 recalled its most combat-ready units to retake the world. They were supported by my most powerful strike fleet and a group of deadlier allies. I dispatched a pack of space wolves to hunt down transgressors. Unfortunately, the leaders have failed to find a common language. The esteemed Thorvald is at odds with the conclave of the Mechanicus' battle congregation. The Omnissiah's servants find Thorvald's strident nature off-putting, and neither group is fond of militant Sibilek, who commands my forces. We're not fond to be precise. The esteemed militant perished along with his ship a week ago when his noble allies failed to support his offensive. The Inquisitor bows to Ulfar curtly. I recommend that you too go to Euphrates too, my lord. Perhaps your pack was less reticent with the esteemed Thorvald than with me, and told him where they decided to direct their efforts. It is a fine suggestion, which I accept gratefully, Inquisitor. The expression of respect on Ulfar's face does a poor job of hiding his antipathy. What matter first brought you to Euphrates 2 out of interest? An utterly transparent attempt to learn secret intelligence. I offer to make you my general, and you try to pump me for information. Poorly done. I just want to know why I'm going there. What do they want with Euphrates 2? The reasons behind their machinations would be pure speculation at this point. Bring me prisoners to interrogate, perhaps it will gain some much-needed insight. The word bearers went themselves. Why didn't they just send their puppets? Clearly the stakes for them are high enough. Uralon the Cruel has stirred his profane self to make a personal appearance on Euphrates 2. Kunrad Voigtvir, incidentally, is also there. What? Yo, we need to kill that guy. I hear you two have unfinished business. Him I will generously leave to you. When you are finished with him, you may simply dispose of his mortal remains. No need to surrender them to the Inquisition for an inquest. Consider it my gift. How did you manage to enlist the aid of Angels of the Emperor? I must remind you that I am still Lord Inquisitor of the Coronis Expanse, not merely some... What do you always say, Frosher? Some Grox bothering prick. If certain rogue traders at times allow themselves to speak to me in an overly willful manner, that should not give you cause to doubt my authority. The situation is clear. You will be given the details when you arrive in orbit around Euphrates 2. Point at the servant. Is he your valet or another Inquisition assassin? Why can't both be true? Frosher has been a member of my retinue for 50 Terran years, and the person in my entourage who comes closest to being my confidant. Something akin to a warm smile touches the Inquisitor's lips. We have had cause to be involved in many incidents whose reports have been marked with a seal of silence. Frosher nods deferentially, and on his aged-owled face appears an expression caught between eternal loyalty, motherly affection, and religious devotion. The only option here is declining and saying deal with it yourself. Which is obviously not going to work, because this guy's the Inquisitor. He's just going to make me do it. Feels kind of bad, like, that I can't just say fine. I'm afraid I must decline. Deal with your problems yourself. Abelard belatedly raises his hand as if trying to stop you. Lord Inquisitor replies in a soft, arid voice, but it is not a request, it is a command, and I am far past the point of humoring your pride and vanity. And Frosher hands me something. Calcazar nods at the paper his servant has deferentially delivered to the table. This document attests to the extraordinary powers you now have at your disposal. I am counting on your success, Muck Von Luck. Did he actually hand me a paper? No. Wow, he didn't even hand me a paper.
One step at a time.
It's Trials of Mana tomorrow evening. It's tomorrow Friday? Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow, there was 3 Patreon pick streams this month. One was Loop Hero. That one's we finished. One is Trials of Mana, and I have to double check. I think the last one was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I think that was the last one they wanted me to play.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
It's too bad they don't give you a real choice, even though Lord Inquisitor doesn't actually have the authority to go in a rogue trader. They certainly make it sound like he does in this game.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Back to the dock, I guess. Alright, go to the big map. Torimog gets way better than Valhalla. I didn't hate Valhalla. It just, like, it was fun, but, I didn't love it so much that I wanted to play more games, you know? And then, also, it was, like, really long. It was, like, the same thing for, like, 70 or 80 or 100 hours or something. Okay. Euphrates 2. It is the Lord Inquisitor's wish the sacred world of Adeptus Mechanicus be wrested from the hands of traitors as expeditially as possible. The right to deliver the Emperor's judgment belongs to the rogue traitor. Hold a war council. The forces besieging Euphrates 2 are divided and will remain that way as long as their commanders are at odds. The Lord Inquisitor wants the Rogue Trader to take charge of planning the upcoming planetary assault. Where is it? Where... Wait, am I supposed to go here? Into the Imperium? Dude, give me fucking directions. Where am I supposed to go? Euphrates 2. That's Foulstone. That's Janus. That's Kiava Gamma. Return to the Order of Whispers. Dargonis. It says Emperor's Palm system in the quest log. Emperor's Palm. Emperor's Palm. Yeah, it doesn't even say Euphrates 2 there. Alright. Thank you for pointing that out. I'll just keep going. Afternoon, MuklukYoutube. Hi, Arcadian. Demons. Yeah, we'll kill them. That's fine. A red path always has bad stuff. Cassie's gonna do a lot of painting. Hopefully she doesn't pull me into another painting.
The battleground beckons!
Stand your ground!
Why did it pull the camera? Hold on, so if I blast this, 56 to 113. If I curse it first, now it's 83 to 166.
Me, another foe painted black. Emperor, deliver us!
Let's see.
Isn't this a job as duty demands? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain, I am a navigator, not...
Manifestation. Portal Warlocks. They're making more dudes.
Give this task to someone lesser.
Just a minor setback.
AoE buffs. Do this. Cast another turn. There's the one I cursed right
Isn't
there.
this a job? Try to die with grace, at least. Do not dare ask. If I may. As duty demands. I'm not accustomed to being
Alright,
ordered
give Heinrich a
around.
turn, and then Heinrich, use your turn to cast Finest Hour back on Cassia, and then Cass gets
Isn't
many
this
turns.
a job for the sun? Another foe painted black. As duty demands. I am a navigator. Try to die with grace, at least. Another foe painted black. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed. Try to die with grace, at least. Me? As duty demands. Another foe painted black.
Okay, I think that's everybody.
Emperor, give me strength. That is foolishness.
Wait, what? She can't use held in my gaze. Why not?
If only that were possible.
Odd.
Try to die with grace.
She can use other different attacks.
Isn't this a job for the
When does this one bounce? At the start of their turn, they will curse other enemies. Okay. It's at the start of their turn. Abelard's first turn, and most of the enemies are already dead.
Step by step, I lead.
If I may, as duty demands.
Alright, finest hour on cast again.
Me, if you insist, Lord. Try to die with grace, at least. I am a navigator. I'm afraid not. Be careful not to
Can I
cross
not
my
reach
gaze.
any more of them? Oh, there's
I'm
one.
not accustomed to be. Isn't this a job for the sun? Another bird painted black.
There's two more up there and one more somewhere on the map. I don't know where that last one is. Oh, right here.
As duty demands.
Alright, he gone.
Negligible.
I will carve runes out of your bones.
I'm just passing turns until we get back to her, because she could just finish it so much faster than them.
Military tactics.
Alright, we good?
Patience.
I think we good.
My nerves are frayed.
I should auto-loot everything when we go back to the bridge. Yep, there it is. Easy. It's hard to imagine a challenging fight in this game now. Like, the last crazy boss fight one-shot 5 members of my team and then cast soloed everything else. So it's like, if there was another fight like that, but I wasn't allowed to use cast for some reason, then that would be tough. I would probably just put a bunch of turns into Ulfar, but would definitely be more challenging than doing that with cast. An unexpected report has arrived from the navigation chambers. A new path has revealed itself to the navigator in a mystical vision. According to the Omen, the Void Ship will be safer on the mysterious route, but can one trust warp revelations? Change course? Enemies of humanity aboard the ship! At the head of the assault is a traitor, a Chaos Space Marine, and a bunch of demons. God damn, okay. Alright, Daddy needs XP. I was hoping to get a warp revelation thing, the navigator thing that where you can make new routes. I was hoping to get one of those. Maybe we still will after this, but...
What lies beyond?
Alright, beep, 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 beep. You guys gonna attack me? There we go.
To that storm!
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
She can't see the Chaos Marine from there. I wanted to hit that first.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. If I may. Try to die with grace, at least. I'm not accustomed
Tried to use
being
Notch to
ordered
move
around.
that guy, but didn't work. Ow. Crimson Slash. Moonlight Potato.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Chaos Marine. One shot.
Death without regret.
Give a turn to Ulfar.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Instincts tell me to refuse. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
I am an...
Ulfar's turn.
So it shall be. Rend to pieces. See how die in disgrace. Cosplay.
It will be done.
Alright, use the Sanctic Psyker to do a Light of the Emperor, which tops everybody off. Cast a turn. Can she see that guy? Yeah, she can.
I'm not accustomed.
Alright, he's gone. Alright. Let's just pass a bunch of turns till the enemy gets closer.
Emperor, give me strength. As duty demands.
Lol. Pass, 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 pass.
Me?
Last.
If you...
Okay.
We will see.
Back to the bridge.
Oh yes. They
Abelard, order the crew to get down here and bring a mop. That Marine needs glasses. His accuracy is so off. Well, it was odd because he has a thing where when he uses single shot bolter attacks, he always hits. However, it said I was gonna hit that guy, and I'm like, that's weird. It seems like he's behind the box. Maybe it's because he's really tall. He's not undercover. But then it shot and missed. I'm like, why did the tooltip say that it would hit? So I don't know. I'm not sure what the deal was there. I just realized the last Epoch 4 releases in like a month. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming out. Cognizant's Fleet Squadron. Lord Captain, the United Corps of the Explorators and the Militia Forces is ready to attack the heretics who took over Euphrates II. The commanders recognize the Lord Inquisitor's sanction and agree to cede the right to supreme command to you. They ask that you summon a Council of War in order to establish the plan of attack. How should we respond? Summon them to the bridge. We will hold a council. Consider it done, your lordship. I will notify the commanders that you are ready to meet with them. Oh. There's another Space Marine and a Tech Priest. He's also got the wolf thing. That Tech Priest is so slow. The leader of the Explorator warriors appears on the bridge, and the bulkhead trembles beneath his metal gate. He has acquired a new set of fearsome armor since the last the two of you met, and his mechadendrites are now fitted with more formidable weapons of destruction. Unit Opticon 22 initiating, identification, official greeting procedure, unlocking the option of strategic data exchange. The Emperor's Angel, who follows in his wake, is clad in armor, the color of a tempestuous ocean. You hear his voice, throaty and brimming with untamed boldness and strength. Which one of you Huscarls is Muck von Luck von Valancius? I am Thorvald Ironhide, and I wish to see the mortal who has granted the honor of leading my pack into battle. Thorvald Ironhide, you face Muck von Luck von Valancius. He takes the measure of you and nods in satisfaction. I know the habits of a warrior when I see one. You're no indolent yoke. Good. I give my approval. We will hunt the sorry heretics together. You haven't changed, brother Thorvald. Uppity and brazen without measure, and you carry yourself on another's Drakkar like it is your own. The wolf bursts into booming laughter and bares his long fangs. Such is the breed of leaders, Ulfar. We stand out. 'Tis you, Everlost, who can't find his way when the sun is right over your head. Another explosion of Thorvald's boisterous laughter drowns out Ulfar's stifled yet furious string of curses. It's like, ah, you motherfucker. Opticon 22, how did you go from overseeing logistics to commanding armies? This command promotion hierarchy status update was executed following the death/decommissioning/deconstruction of the ship Teeth of the Wrathgear. The fleet's war on conclave was operating aboard that vessel. Unit Opticon 22 received premature rank promotion/modernization/Tumegos Dominus is based on his extensive catalog of recorded combat engagements. May your service benefit from the updated protocols that were bestowed upon you and the newly analytical data that were entrusted to your elucidation. May the Omnissiah Guide operate this unit in his cause mission algorithm of service to him. Let us commence the War Council. What good is another War Council with a cog priest who knows not of the joys of battle, who cut off his parts and replaced them with augments to please his all-knowing master? He will propose again a cowardly plan unworthy of warriors, as is the custom of his brethren. Registering a show of impertinence, data insufficiency in regard to the military craft eradication methods of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Long, awkward pause. Are you having another fight, gentlemen? How predictable. A woman in power armor walks onto the... She is not in power armor. Walks onto the bridge with an air of superiority around her. You remember seeing her before, in the retinue of Xavier Calcazar when he barged into your chambers after the Magnae Excessio. Thank you for not starting without me. Acolyte Ashara, dispatched by the Lord Inquisitor to facilitate the operation on Euphrates II. My privileges on this war council are those of an advisor. Ashara, why are you here? The Lord Inquisitor entrusted me with the task of forging an alliance between the assembled fleet and the forces of the Cognizance fleet. Once the task is complete, I am to act as an observer and a special operative. What troops can you spare to reinforce our army? The militia forces have already been transferred to Opticon 22. All I have left under my command is a tactical unit explicitly instructed to carry out the Lord Inquisitor's special assignments. And what are your responsibilities as a special operative? I'm afraid the Lord Inquisitor did not give me authority to elaborate on this matter. There is no surprise in my heart. The Inquisition is, as always, too ashamed of its dark deeds to reveal them to honorable fighters. Thorvald makes a show of spitting on the floor. Dude, my floor! You're in my house, don't spit on my floor. Oh, perfect. There will be no spitting on my ship. Do I make myself clear, esteemed Thorvald? What's this? A show of character. Thorvald growls and locks his indignant gaze with yours. Fine, I will respect your wishes, Warlord. But the bitter taste of suspicion burns my mouth. With pointed contempt, he steps away from Ishara. Dude, I love that I'm like, hey, don't spit on my ship, and then my character, don't spit on my ship. Why did Calcazar choose you? I happen to have some experience with large-scale bloodshed, Rogue Trader. That, and I never fail to deliver results. I see. It's about time we moved on to discussing how we intend to kill the heretics. I need a report on the situation at the front. Euphrates II is a forge world. Manufactorums and extractiums take up most of its surface. Upon corrupting them, disrupting their production algorithm, the heretics enhance their ranks with possessed mechanisms and false, defective, traitorous Skitari, whose protocols were disfigured with indoctrinating scrap code. Our forces have secured minor footholds on the surface, but are unable to deliver an effective blow to the headquarters, operations center of the Profaners of the Machine Cathedral, at the heart of the Manufactorum Sigma S13. According to available data, it is as the current location of the arch-heretic termination target, the Dark Apostle Eurolon the Cruel. We may outnumber the army, but ours is a poor warband. All it has is steel carols of the Omnissiah and scantily trained serfs from across the expanse, while our foe is the detestable but nevertheless deadly putrid-hearted traitors from the ranks of the World-Bearers. And the vessels protect the Machine Cathedral from orbit. Opticon 22. What do you propose our plan should be? Our strategic analysis points toward a full-scale offensive as the optimal course of action. Their losses among the troops' insignificant personnel, Lighty, will be numerous but will not exceed acceptable parameters. Replenishing such losses will be less arduous than restoring the damage that may otherwise come to the Manufactorums. Thorvald, what would you do if you were in command of this operation? I would rain down vengeful skies upon the enemy. I would plow the land of Euphrates II with shells, shatter their defenses, level the fortified towers, throw their host into disarray, and in that whirlwind of fury, I would lead my glorious pack to pave a path of blood for the Cogcarls. And why have you still not commenced planetary assault? There is a conflict, critical error, categorical lack of understanding of the imperatives of this operation within our chain of command. Unit Thorvald Ironhide is in favor of the strategy of mass destruction, which would constitute an unacceptable violation of the right of operation. Every square meter of the Manufactorums is sacred and of high productivity value. Which is why the Cog Priest is so intent on hindering the sabotaging our assault by refusing us forces and lending Dreckers. But Thorvald Ironhide won't fight on the terms of priests. If my battle plan is rejected, the Omniscience servants can retake the planet themselves. Maybe they think their lives mean nothing compared to their precious cathedrals, but a wolf knows his life is worth. Opticon 22, I must say my curiosity is piqued. The explorators are hiding something on that planet, something you refuse to show to anyone and are now loath to destroy. What is it? The Tech Priest creaks stubbornly. Request denied. The Omniscience mysteries, procedures, and conducted on Euphrates II are to remain undisclosed according to the protocol vow of preservation of the hallowed form of the profane. This is why on Fenris we have the priests follow the warriors, not the other way around. The priests never think about the battle ahead, only their tenets and taboos. But a wolf must think only of battle and his enemy's death, not about preserving cathedrals or counting the trophies that await them. I've heard your opinions. Choose your strategy wisely. It's not every day you get to heed the advice of a seasoned warrior, one chosen by the All-Father himself to bring death to the foes of humanity. You two do not get along too well, do you? You read hearts like they're inscribed with runes, Muck Von Luck. He lets out a mocking chuckle. 'Tis true. My brothers and I grow tired of this Cog Priest and his naysay. For whatever reason, he thinks himself our lord. I concur with this statement. Given the military action / sacred purgation crusade eradication procedure takes place on a world devoted to the machine god, Unit Opticon 22 insists on his privileged status in the matter of strategic selection. Bro, why are my rolls so bad? Logic minus 100. Lore minus 100. Persuasion minus 100. Okay, God, 65% chance. Heresy runs rampant on Euphrates II, and you two would rather waste all your strength on bickering. You are nothing but fools. Oh my God, this is... Oh, I'm scared, chat. That's a 2 out of 3 chance for that to work. This one's 33. Well, I feel like... I don't know that one of these locks the others out. Hold on, let's start with lore. Answer me this, Thorvald. If Opticon were to come to Fenris and start ordering you around, what would you do? Failed. Fenris would never need to be liberated from the arch-enemy's servants. Wolf blood is indomitable. And you, Mug Von Luck, should choose your words carefully lest you see my anger. Oh my God. Do a quick save. You can't save in conversations. I've heard enough petty quarrels for one day. Reign in the impotent priest while there's still time, or this battle will be lost with shame. I will now present to you the plan of our assault on Euphrates II. So, okay, so I couldn't have saved. I didn't think, it didn't seem like the kind of thing where I couldn't just say one and then the other, so I should have tried the 2/3 thing. Send in all forces, which will suffer heavy losses. Bombard the enemy's position, then advance cautiously to conserve the troops. Or total annihilation. Raise every sacred facility and chapel that our enemies could use as cover. Bomb the churches. Oh man, the tech priests are not going to be happy with this. We'll begin by bombarding the enemy's positions, then advance cautiously. We must conserve our troops. Your plan bores me. This is not the Space Wolves' way of war, but such cowardly strategies are the limit of the omnisized cog, Carl, so you have my approval. My pack will do all that is asked of it and stand at the vanguard of the assault. Until we meet on the battlefield, Muck Von Luck. He looks at Ulfar with a smirk. And I say the same to you, Ulfar Everlost. It's a pity your pack will not share in this glorious victory with us. Ulfar lets out a beastly grumble and says to you, that boastful Grizoff talks too much about my pack. He knows where my brothers are, I can smell it. Before we dive into the carnage, summon him to your ship and let me question him. I wish to hear what he knows, while he still hasn't lost his blathering tongue to the heretics. Strategy confirmed as optimal. Updating the Skitarii tactical program. Oh, I thought this guy would be pissed about this, because of the bombing. Transmitting the unit's general blessing authorization for offensive action. The Lord Inquisitor will be delighted at the news that some semblance of order was established in the command. I wish you luck, Rogue Trader. Hold on, can I talk to... So Pascal, I don't know if I've tried talking to him ever since we escaped Kamarog, and he got all those weird alien parts put in him that he hated.
The Omniscient knows all. Culprit may...
There's nothing about that. Ulfar? Good afternoon, Malcolm Peepos. Hey, Smashy!
Let us raise our cups at Vater.
Inform Thorvald he is invited to board the ship.
I thank you, Ed Vater.
He's like, I just left. 3 Marines. Thorvald has not come alone, but with a young brother in arms. With a mocking glance at Ulfar, he bellows, Thorvald Ironhide is here! Why have you summoned me, rogue traitor? Speak to me. Ulfar's usual brash joviality has evaporated from his voice. Know you, Thorvald, whether the path of battle has led my pack? The baleful howl. You haven't lost your pack, have you ever lost? The young wolf's voice is strong and insolent and richly melodic. He tilts his head in mocking concern, watching Ulfar's complexion change to match the violent shade of his hair. Do you know where Ulfar's pack is now? Feasting with the Allfather in the Hall of Heroes, I reckon, with Mjord filling their horns to the brim, as valor and loyalty did fill their hearts. Lies! Did you see their bodies? Which of the brothers will avow the truth of these words? Ironhide never lies! The young wolf's arm cuts through the air like an axe, and he angrily points at Ulfar. And you, Everlost, watch your tongue unless you want my dagger to deliver a penance of eternal silence upon you. No, we did not see their bodies, but we heard their ranting and raving, which can only lead to the jaws of Morkai. I would like to know the details. In the battle in which you, Everlost, Arnulf, and Skjadi were captured by the Xenos, the baleful Howl took prisoners of their own. Under torture, the captive Xenos gave up the star coordinates of where they were to go next. Some important meeting, it seems. The place was far away, deep in the uncharted regions where the servants of the Allfather have never ventured. And your brothers decided to go there. No navigator would dare lead them to those dark places, so your brothers seized a trading boat and voyaged there without a helmsman. So you abandoned them to their grueling march. Ulfar's voice drops to a menacing rasp. Lower your hackles. I urge them not to throw away their lives in vain. Nothing but death could await them among those malevolent stars. We all came here to serve the Allfather and repay our blood debt, not to die for naught. Or have you forgotten that, Everlost? Why do you call Ulfar Everlost? You do not know? I'm not surprised. Brother Ulfar does not care for the moniker. He has had it since his early years in the chapter. When Ulfar underwent his trial at the Cup of Wolfen, he took so much longer than the others that the Rune Priest gave him up for lost. Later, he received grievous wounds in raids and sent him into stasis sleep for a long time. Anytime we would pay a visit to the Baleful Howl, we would ask, where is Brother Ulfar? And he was always resting. And recently, he went missing altogether. Lost after an attack on Xenos. Thorvald grins mockingly, his long fangs glinting. And forget not to tell of the dire curse that of yore was laid upon the mighty Ulfar. No good deed for him is fated, only to one day be lost, bereft of glory and honor. Hailbrand declaims the lines so sonorously and powerfully that the bulkheads began to vibrate. Any who cross his path, let him regale and gladly. That proud warrior, Halbrand Blytherskite, singer of rumors and fine tattler of tall tales, for he has glimpsed no worthy deeds in his short life. Dude, this is turning into a rap battle. This is just two dudes writing poetry about each other. What game is this? Hello, Dr. Checo. This is Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Ulfar, what will you do with this knowledge? I will not test our friendship, Aidvatar. I know if I call upon you to go with me in search of my pack, I will be taking you away from important battles and the saving of your home. So I will go alone to seek my brothers. But I will not abandon you in your hour of need. I owe you. When we have defeated your enemies, I will leave you and follow the trail. That trail is bloody and has long since gone cold, Brother Ulfar. There's no need to add another body to its tally. As the leader of the Stormbiters, I call you to our pack. Be a brother to us now. Ulfar gives the peacefully smiling Thorvald a penetrating look, his face darkening and his voice dropping low to a bestial snarl. Have you lost your mind, Thorvald? Perhaps it is you who's lost his mind, if you are daring to speak so insolently to Ironhide. Hailbrandt's insinuating tone is dripping with such menace that even the drawing of a sword could not have made his threat any clearer. Thorvald, your associate too often speaks when no one has addressed him. Giving you a disgruntled look, Thorvald sternly cuts you off. When it concerns wolf matters, Halbrandt will speak as he wishes. Do not forget that we are the chosen warriors of the Allfather, Rogue Trader. Treat us like servants at your peril. Ulfar's eyes flash with fury. Stop there, Thorvald. This mortal rescued me from captivity and proved his valor. I will not stand here and allow him to be disrespected. So you hold this mortal above your brothers. Being without a pack has turned you feral and stupid, Everlost. Oh, dude. I want some guy in the back going, fight, 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 fight. What makes you so certain that they are dead? When the Baleful Howl was setting off, we exchanged gifts, our pack runes. Every 10th watch, a priest cast the runes and saw what fate they revealed. 50 watches after the Baleful Howl left, the runes showed calamity. 60 watches after that, they left death. Since then, the runes have been voiceless and their patterns hold no meaning. And that's it. The spirits deceive you. Your priest went a little soft in the head and forgot how to read his runes, and for that you give my pack up for dead. Cowards. The runes do not lie, Ulfar, you know this. I'm sorry about your brothers, but their fate is clear. Why do you want Ulfar to join your pack? He is our brother. He should not be left to wander the galaxy in the company of ordinary mortals, or alone. Wolves are like sharp knives. We hone ourselves against each other, and without brothers, Ulfar will rust and grow dull. Be with us, Ulfar. We will take you in. Go to hell, Thorvald. They'll take you in there. Oh my god. Ulfar is right. He's loyal to his brothers. Stay out of wolf business, Rogue Trader. I will not reveal the coordinates of the place to which your brothers traveled. Respect your alpha, Ulfar. That's an order. You are too quick to call yourself my leader, Thorvald. Go and bark commands at your pups. Who are you calling a pup, Everlost? Unlike your pathetic pack, we will soon go into battle and accomplish great deeds. But you, coward that you are, want to shirk your duty. Ulfar and Hailbrandt's roars merge into a single word. Duel! I play Pot of Greed and draw 2 additional Space Wolves to my hand. And I play Thorbrand face down in defense mode. I don't know. Say nothing and do not interfere. Thorvald Ironhide, a harsh shout drowns out the 2 wolves who are ready to lunge at each other. Quiet, both of you! Have you forgotten where you are? Home gang can only take place on solid ground, not on a boat. The void and the warp are treacherous and unfit to host a duel of the worthy. And secondly, I am your superior, Ulfar, and so I am not asking but ordering you to back up your chest beating with deeds. If the Baleful Howl pack is alive as you say, let it march with the Stormbiters in the assault on Euphrates too. Let it display the valor of all the stories tell of. Will you stand alone for all your brothers, or have you gone soft? Awareness succeeded. The wolf leader's tone may be threatening, but you notice a sly glint in his eye. Ulfar, on the other hand, is growling furiously with no matching twinkle in his gaze. We'll see about that. I will prove that the Stormbiters will never be a match for the Baleful Howl. Aidvatar, I will be at your side when you depart for the assault. Promise that you will grant me this honor. I promise, Ulfar, we will march into battle together. If you prove that your words carry more weight than a battle axe, I will tell you where your brothers went. If you fail, you will submit. Thorvald's lips curve into a superior smirk. Okay. That was something. Okay, does Argenta have anything new to say about her quest line? She hasn't given me anything for that in a while.
Greetings.
Nope. Let's see. Okie dokie. Euphrates 2. Scan. The rogue trader's ship took its place in the center of the attack formation. The right flank was guarded by the sacred combat vessels of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and the left consisted of the combined forces gathered by the Lord Inquisitor, headed by a frigate of the indomitable Space Wolves. The enemy deployed their ships in a wide arc in an attempt to surround the squadron, but the heretics' plan was not meant to be. Thorvald and Opticon 22 sent their detachments forward, tying up the enemy in combat and presenting the Lord Captain with a chance to deliver a blow to the very heart of the enemy position, where the flagships of these traitors to humanity awaited their final hour. Is this going to be a space battle? Find out in a moment.
This inky abyss
Yes, it is.
will witness
Can I save
our
this?
victory.
Yes, I can. Alright. Okay. So where is the enemy? Blasphemous Styx class heavy cruiser. Has double, oh my, it has like double the hit points that I do. Great. Alright.
Voidmaster, if you please.
Extend range by 2. I still barely cannot reach it. Alright, shallow jump. Now I can reach it.
Unleash our fury.
Torpedoes.
Commence torpedo launch.
Shield the front. Dude, this thing has got so much health. Oh my god. Torpedoes. Huh. The torpedoes counted as hitting it in the back. Lance battery.
Lance! Unleash our fury.
I can barely move right now. I can ram the ship. What was that? Pink! Let's go flying off into space. This ain't looking good.
Engage the macro cannons.
What is that thing? Dude, I do not know. A blasphemous Styx class heavy cruiser. Oh my god. It's summoning fighters. That's not good. I'm almost dead. Oh, I am dead. Okay. You can use a character's portrait as the target for an ability. I did notice that. I did notice that. Why can I hardly move?
Launch the devastating payload.
What? What? I just detonated a torpedo there, in between those two, and it should have hit both, it hit neither. I'm reloading. That is catastrophically bad. Your ship is already multiple tens of kilometers long, and that thing is bigger than 2 cities. Yeah. Skill issue? Oh my god. Yeah, the torpedo had a skill issue. It's being weird, not letting me... It's like after reloading, it's being odd.
Commence torpedo launch.
Target is invalid. What save scum? I got no choice! You have to get through this. I'm sorry, where did my torpedo go? Where did it go? Did it hit the purple stuff and just die? And why can't I move my ship?
Engage the lads.
Dude, I can't even kill these little dudes
Lads.
in a quick manner. It takes a lot of hits to kill them. Why can I not move? It's my turn. I'm so confused right now, you guys. So the little ships are not fragile. My torpedoes just went completely missing. And I can't move.
Unleash our fury. Lance.
I still can't move. Dude, what the hell? Alright, let's go to this save. I think something is actually wrong with it since it loaded. You broke it? Something broke it. I don't know what. Once again, I can barely move.
Launch the devastating payload.
Can I can't move. I still can't move. Dude, what the f is going on? Oh my god. When was the last save before this? It was 20 minutes ago. It was before the whole battle talk. Oh man. Restart game? I'll try it. If this doesn't work, I might just stop for lunch and then redo like the whole battle talk off stream and just get back to that point. But it's like, it's not letting me move the ship. I'm not sure what's happening there. All right, I'm waiting on it to finish syncing. Let's see if that did it. Try a swing
The
run
destination is known.
and see if maybe I can move normally now.
Commence torpedo launch.
Shield the left side. End turn. At least you know what to expect. Dude, I mean, honestly, even if I could move normally, I'm not sure how to deal with this. This is crazy. And now I can't move. I cannot move. Like, did that even do damage? Okay, now it doesn't have the number. Usually, okay, there it is. Okay, no. See the 225? And that's 225. He's got max shields. So all of those torpedoes just exploded on this ship, and it did 0 damage. There's no reason for that. And also, I cannot move my ship. Is there a mechanic? Warp drive failure just says speed reduced by 2. No, because on my first attempt on this, I could move. But ever since I failed on that one and have been reloading, I can't move.
Unleash our fury.
I don't think this is part of the game or anything. I'm gonna let it play out till we die and just see. I'm pretty certain this is not like intended. I can't imagine the ship being destroyed being intended. Still can't move. I can't even turn around. I can't hit it. Just end turn. Let's just see what happens. Oh, he makes more of those little fighters. He keeps spawning them. I still can't move. Your journey is over. Yeah, you're not meant to lose this. Okay, so I need to reload to 20 minutes ago and redo all that talking, which will be a lot faster than last time, but still extremely annoying. Because both of these saves are, I don't know if corrupt is the right word, but they're basically corrupt. So that's really annoying. I gotta say, this I think is the worst bug we've had so far in the game. I think this is the worst one that we've had. When was this? This is when we fought some demons or something?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Okay, this is like on the way there. Alright, so I'm gonna pause it there. And we will, I'm gonna get back up to the point where I was. And we will pick it up from that point next time. All right, chat. Thank you guys for a wonderful morning stream. That's annoying. Also, even if I could move normally, that's a very daunting battle. I'm not sure how to handle that, unless I can somehow like get behind it and just keep like shooting it in the back and it not let it turn around. But even those little ships are really strong. I might have to go like level up a bunch just for the ship crap. I hope not. I might have to see if I can get like better ship parts or something for that battle. But it's like an annoying little mini game. At the beginning of the game, when I first entered one of those ship-to-ship battles, I hated it. Because it was like all the strength I had built up outside of that was wasted. And then later I got used to it and I got better at it, and it was just like I didn't mind it, and now I kind of hate it again. But yeah. With that, I'm going to pause here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mukluk. I stream every single evening and every weekday morning. Finishing up one of the morning streams right now. I will be back in about 5 hours for the evening stream. We are working on learning Against the Storm and then continuing our playthrough of Spellforce. For those of you interested in that. Hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. Like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. It really does help us out. These are my YouTube channels if you'd like to see those. I've got 2 of those. Would love to share that content with you. And lastly, a special thanks to the dear patrons. They keep this channel alive. They keep chip fed. All that good stuff. And there is a link to that if you're interested in becoming a supporter of the channel. And with that, I am going to play myself out. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And I will see you tonight. Say it backwards.
Pledge the need only you'll but see to take, please. Week every giveaways, beakers, the touch don't speakers, the up crank way, the on is entertainment, stay the enjoy. You hope we lab the two viewer, dear you welcomes, third the Snuffles, Van Chauncey, Sir, and fourth the Esquire, Reginald Bartholomew, Douglas, Mukluk. The words pour from his mouth, nearly tripping over themselves in their haste. My name is Zunikai. I used to be a slave here, but then I worked hard and they made me an overseer. I kept a good eye on the slaves, and if anyone slacked off, I whipped them hard. Don't clip it. Oh, I'm crying.
Oh, hi. You stay there. I'm going that way. Deal. You broke the deal. Oh, Chauncey can swim. I didn't know that. How does he look so dapper while swimming? I've never seen a cat look that dapper while swimming. Like, look, his chest is out. He's just like, yeah. Have you attempted Oxygen Not Included? Mm-hmm. I played it on stream, and one very memorable memory is anyone who was at the stream, I was letting them name one of my replicants after them, and I said, Joe Niels, which one do you want to be you? And one of them had like explosive bowel syndrome or something, and he donated $50 and he was drunk and he made the British guy said, I want a character, make me the poop one. I don't know if anyone on Twitch has ever spent $50 to say make me the poop one, but that day Joe did, and it burned into my mind. The flashlight that we picked up earlier is in hand now. Oh, that's us. Oh, yo, I was getting... Cardboard, this is not going to go well. Run an update. I'm running software updates. This is true horror, chat, because I was a tech support. I can't get away from it. Updated. They just left bread on the table. That bread's gonna dry out. The bread is gonna dry out. There's so much bread. You don't, like, there's the baby's not eating bread. There's 2 of us. There's like 3 loaves of bread there and another 4 right here. What are you doing? Put some saran wrap on it. It's gonna dry out. New patron, oh my God, a freaking patron sound. Oh, yeah, just like, a new arrival, and then Ed Wolf was sure to follow. Oh, hello, welcome, page. Sit down, you. Oh, Season, good to see you. I use numpad for my mounts. I use numpad for this, and 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 other things.
I'm trying to sleep here.
Am I too loud? Okay.
I love you.
I love you too. You're still here? It's over. Go home.